Well, we're back. Doing these types of long form, like timeline videos, it makes me fall behind on debunking or highlighting or reviewing the misinformation and the complete straight up BS that goes on. So, because Kyle's gone and I can't sleep anyways, I'm in bed already. I figured I'd come hang out with you guys and you can keep me company. Hopefully I don't pull a siesta on you and fall asleep on you guys. I'm sitting here. You guys want to see what I look like right now? Okay, get your screenshots, everybody. I'm sitting here doing a facial mask in bed with you guys. But we're about to talk about some misinformation. And I'm really hopeful. It's usually like these late nights when I just pop on like this. There's only a few of us in here, which is amazing because I can say and do all the things that I want to. So, but we've got a couple things that we need to talk about. Um, Connie, thank you. I've got a mask on. My face still, like, I still get breakouts right around this area, so I do a facial mask a couple times a week. But I'm laying in bed with you guys, so Music City Mom, I was thinking that too, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it. I can't sleep. I got to be up early in the morning for work, but all my chores are done. I got all my laundry folded, all the garbage is taken out, all the recycling done. Kenzie wrapped the rest of the presents. I got all that situated, so she's done doing that. Got her situated on that. I separated everything else out, got the kids in bed, got them fed, got all that taken care of. Like, I'm done with all of my chores. So I'm going to sit here and watch TV, or I'm going to sit here and talk like, oh, you guys are too sweet. Or I'm going to talk my shit. So let's just talk our shit. Okay. All right. Let's roll. Let me play this little quick intro situation here and we will go. Yeah, I'm seeing your guys' comments already, and y'all, let me just say, if you don't know what's going on, there's so much to keep up with. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's 2 more psychics, one with dowsing rods, and another one. I showed you 2 other ones last night that have done live streams. Well, there's 2 more that have done live streams in the last 2 days that I'm not gonna even I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with all this stuff with doing these extensive timelines, but I really wish I could clone myself. And this isn't to say, like, there's some other channels that talk about this, review these kind of things, debunk misinformation. I'm not saying that at all, like, that there's not. But I have such a specific way that I think in my head, even like when I try to watch somebody else do it, I'm like, oh, but go here, but say this, but do that. Like, it's just me. It's nothing against anybody else. It's just a me thing. And it's how my brain processes stuff. It's, again, nothing against anybody else, but I'm like, oh, but I want to say this. And there's so much of this. Like, these 2 streams are extremely problematic that we're going to look at. So I've got a lot to say. So I'm just going to talk my shit with you guys tonight. And then tomorrow we'll do the timeline. And then Thursday I'm going to take the day off. Who knows? I'll probably end up doing a stream Thursday night just to keep up with everything going on. And then Friday, we'll do another part of the timeline. And this weekend we're doing a charity stream. And yeah, there's just so much. One person cannot keep up with this all, so I'm going to be kind of picking and choosing the bigger things that I want to pick up with. But this part, yeah, we're going to get on top of this right away. Hey, Chris. Hey, Music City Mom. Ryan Apple Snapple. Jilly. Shh. I love that name, by the way, because I can just say shh. Midnight Angel, Parody Street, That Michelle, Taylor with Stitching and Bitching and More. Teresa, Sharon, That Michelle, Marcy, Chatty, Hindsight's 2020, Kathy 4, Coffee Addict, S. Francisco, Jennifer, Amy, Ohio, Pen Pen, Tebow, Crazy Cooter Grandma, River House, Angelics, Banana Pug, Titanium Built. Titanium, we still need to do a stream together too. I still want to do a stream with you. Autism Mom of Two. Music City Mom, you and I were thinking the exact same thing though about like how the fuck am I going to keep up with all like can I clone myself? My Michelle, Rosa Sharon, you guys are so sweet. Cat's Eye, I'm huge on skincare. Bodie McBoatface. You you guys are funny. Rocky, Mal, Ambient Annie in the house. Denise Oles, not today. Nope, not today. Note to self. Connie, Tracy, you're about to see what's going on. Lisa, Rhonda Rue. Oh, Donna, I need to catch up on that too. JC. Let me hurry up. Sweet Cake. Good Tara. Yeah, this is some crazy shit. You guys buckle up. Shelly Rapunzel. Crazy B6. Okay, you can even snore crazy. It's okay. You can snore. It's allowed. When your blood pressure's up. Oh, titanium belt. We're gonna get into it. Leave the bee. Okay, hold on. Let me just hurry. T Marie. Fairy Meadows. Jujubee. My mods are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing now? Hey Trish. A couple of them in here are like, oh no. Just Robin. Sherry. Oh, you guys. Oh, Healing Time. Terry. Snowflake. Misfit Cooter. We're all having a slumber party. Oh, Nicole, what happened last night? I didn't even watch. I don't know anything about last night. Mystic Butterfly. Ashley, you guys, there's so much. Kim. What did I miss last night? Captain Avi. Evie. Okay. We're having a slumber party. Shh, we're whispering too. I don't have to whisper. I'm upstairs. The girls are down the hall in their room with the door shut, and I'm over here. Is it a full moon? I don't know. All right, let's hop into it. So we are actually going to do Crime Time Buzz, and I'm stream sniping. I have zero respect. Don't care. I'm still going to follow fair use and do all the things, but this falls under fair use. She's live still, and I don't care. It is what it is. Just so everybody is clear. I will still be stopping, pausing, adding commentary, correcting things, and we will be going. You brought the snacks? Okay, good. It's not the full moon yet, Midnight Angel. Damn it. Apple bottom jeans. We got 4 days still. Oh, the burner phone, Nicole. Of course they did. No, Donna, I have not. That lady gives me anxiety that I don't even have. Hey, Am. I do not have a soothing voice right now. I sound like a raspy old hag, which is fine. Not that Karen. Did you see what my brows look like right now? I did sneak out. Shh. Pine needle. Shh. My mods don't know, even though I told a few of them before that I was about to pop the fuck off. Oh, Pen Pen, happy birthday. I'm sorry I missed it earlier. Happy birthday. I hope you've had a great day. Hey, X. Taking one for the team. Hey, Captain Ganja. Marcy, I know. Can you guys move over? I did see that Music City Mom. There's also somebody missing close to Duchess too that she's going to be posting too. Hold on. Hey Aries, I gotta show not that Karen my bad brows for the night. Hey Lauren, hey Maggie K. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Shh, not here whispers. Okay. We're all having a slumber party. Shh. Look how bad they are. Look at I got a face. It's almost dried. It's almost dried in. There's the bad brows for you tonight. I haven't even combed them today, I don't think. Hey, Misty. Okay, here we go. All right. Crime Time Buzz is where we're starting. You guys are not even going to understand. Like, this is just unfucking real. Buckle up. Your birthday's tomorrow. Well, happy birthday if I don't see you tomorrow. I know, Nevada gal. I'm back. I'm sorry. You don't, if you don't want to have a slumber party with us, though, you can. I don't blame you. Hit that X. I might be putting people to sleep. Okay, here we go.
It's important in this case, not because she's hiding behind what she's saying.
Okay, hold on. I got to back it up a little
Not
bit.
a neighbor, excuse me. Hard to believe we are 15 days from Christmas. Hello, Rhonda Moses. Butterflies are free to fly. Hard to believe we are 15 days from Christmas, isn't it?
That's just when I told you I was about to snap. I meant I was about to snap. We might get canceled tonight, but at least we're having a slumber party to take us out with, and we have face masks on and all the fun things. So, pillow fight.
Lori 626, Kimberly Myers, Alicia Cardwell. Hello, hello. Melissa, JH. So we have tonight a great show. We have a neighbor. Hi, Starlito. A neighbor. Not a neighbor, excuse me. A local individual who has family and friends in the neighborhood.
So she starts off by saying it's a neighbor, and then she corrects herself and says it's not a neighbor, but a local who has friends and family in.
And is very aware of the disappearance of Sebastian, the search, all of that information, and is willing to share it with us this evening. And I know my chat, I don't have to say this, you're lovely. Let's just be respectful. Remember, anonymity is important in this case.
Oh, is it now?
Not because she's hiding behind what she's saying.
Oh.
But because we know people are being threatened, right?
Oh, people are being threatened. Where's the proof of that?
And so for the safety of her friends and family, we want to, and herself, we want to make sure that we do this the right way.
Oh, and what would that be there, Crime Time Buzz there, Jay? What do you think the right way of doing this is going to be? Do you think this is going to really work out well for you? Probably not.
Right? Where we can get the information and the person who's so kind to share it with us, we can make sure their safety is there. Hello, Forever Glow. Thank you for being here.
Anybody have any guesses of how she's going to go about this? For those of you that haven't seen this yet, you're about to fall over to see how she's going to do this.
Hey, Jude, thank you for being here. Ginger Girl. Yes, staying safe is most important. So we are going to get started in a couple of minutes. How we're going to work it is, I have some information we spoke last night that they would like me to share with you first about the initial beginning of the search. Thank you, Karen, for understanding. I knew you all would.
Oh, okay. So they had a pre-arranged, recorded, or an interaction, a phone call last night with already information that she's going to tell you. Again, anonymous sources, but just wait, it gets even better.
Understand. Hi, Smack Talker. Hi, Robin. I knew you all would understand. It's safety first. We want to gather information, but we want those willing to share and inform us to stay safe. So I got a lot of comments. Thank you, Hey Jude.
Play nice. Come join us. We're all in bed. I'm in bed with a facial mask on. We're all in bed. We're having a slumber party talking all the shit, okay?
That's lovely. I got a lot of emails and comments. Who's the guest? Well, I won't be releasing who the guest.
NorCal Jim has to go to Kyle's slumber party, not mine, though. I'm sure his wife and my other half wouldn't like it, so he gets to sleep with Kyle, and Kyle snores. I'm sorry for you, NorCal Jim. You get Kyle in the slumber party.
Yes, is. So, but I will be asking your questions. So thank you for those who sent them an email. What we're going to do is, we talked about it a little bit. We're going to cover what she wants me to share with you first. Then I'm going to go to the email questions first. Then I want to go to the community post to see if anyone put questions under there. And then we will take questions from the audience.
Oh,
So without further ado, I will be calling in a second. Hi, Silver Violet Flame. Joni Clear, thank you. I'm glad you emailed me, right? I'm glad it's all taken.
do you think you're going to get to hear her voice though? She's going to call her in a minute. Do you think she's going to actually let you hear the voice? Oh, no. She's not even going to do that. She's going to get questions from you guys or her chat and her community post. Go ask this anonymous person that she's supposedly on the phone with. And we're supposed to believe that this is legit information. This is ridiculous.
Taken care of if you're the one. Thank you. Hello, Christina. So what I'm going to be doing this evening is I am going to call from my phone. I will have the person on my phone. And when that person speaks, I'm going to mute you all just because you know how YouTubers are. You know the hate. They'll try and amplify the voice, figure out who it is, that whole thing. Instead of trying to get research on Sebastian, they'll put the research into that. So we're just going to go ahead and ignore all of that. And I'm going to do it the way I think might be safest. Okay. So I know you're all with me. You're a very supportive group. And thank you all for being here.
Wow.
Yes. And I am going to go ahead and make the phone call. Excuse me. I hope you've all had a lovely Tuesday. Now, just so you know,
doesn't this kind of remind you of Crime Lines and Lies, Brooks bullshittery? At least she had a recorded call. She played with a voice though from the fake neighbor. We're not even doing that this time. We're just going to claim that it's, somebody that has loved ones in the area that knows information or something, and we're just supposed to believe it. We're not going to hear the voice. No credibility behind this. We're not going to vet the source, but we're going to run with it like it's factual. And she had like 1,000 people in her chat eating this up and running with this. So it's going to be all over.
My brother is in town. He's going to be walking in a little bit. And so the dogs will go bananas. So I will mute it. And he's not used to me being live while he's here. So he may walk in and out, and forget. So bear with me on that. So let me go ahead and make the call and I will be right back. Mods, the chat is yours for a minute while I get a hold of our guest. And we will be talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers this evening. Reported missing February 26, 2024, at the age of 15. He is now 16 years old, turned 16 on December 7th, 2024. And he is 5'5" at the time he went missing, 120 pounds. He wears glasses, kind of a square, rectangular shape, dark. He is high functioning.
No.
Autistic, apparently.
No.
And he has not been seen in Hendersonville, Tennessee, where he is from. He has not been spotted on footage the night he left.
Oh, you guys, buckle up. This is a shit show.
Allegedly barefoot in the middle of the night. The doors all locked and the doors remaining locked in the morning. He has no sightings of him that have turned out to be accurate. So it's just been a big question mark. The local law enforcement is going to start working with the father, we hope. And that's important because we need them to arrest, okay? And it's just so important because when Dog and Nick and at night and all of them get done with all this surveillance and everything they're doing. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, CB, for putting that up there. When they're done with everything they're doing and they have everything they need someone to be able to arrest, okay? And we did learn that his name Craddock was on TV.
Sorry, washing my mask off. No, FF, we came back. We're back for our slumber party. Welcome to the slumber party after hours with nonsense.
TV last night during our live, we watched it.
And at least 50 of my friends in bed with me.
And when our guest tonight wants to take a break, we will watch it again if you are interested in it, okay? There is also a little clip from Hindsight that I want you all to see about the alleged behavior of Miss KP and SF allegedly. I didn't bring a pen in here. Oh, yes, there's my little pouch. So I am going to go ahead and mute you. Thank you all so much for being here. If you did not get a chance to put questions in email or in the community post, we are going to end with taking questions also in the chat. But it looks like our family's growing again. Don't forget, we have members live Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We have a blast, whether we're sleuthing or doing whatever. We learn a lot. We have a good time. And we have more family members. So one moment while I welcome our family members, and I hope you'll welcome them too. CJ, Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for joining us.
We are not about to put up with that. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get her. Where'd she go? Come back to me.
If I did not say your name, my friend.
Okay, here you go. You gotta hear this. This is fucking insane. She's calling her friend. CCC. Yeah, nobody's like, there's no way of vetting that there's anybody on the phone. So she's muting her chat, supposedly talking to this woman. Just wait. You guys are going to fall over when you hear what she's doing. Like, this is ridiculous. The first fake neighbor was bad enough. Now, this one is even worse. Like, at least Brooks had somebody impersonating a neighbor, like, and they fell for it, didn't vet it or anything like that. But this is whole fabricated. All of this is fabricated. This is Crime Time Buzz. This is Jay. You know, I don't know what's really scary about this person. This person claims to be a teacher. She claims to be a teacher. Yeah, you don't get to hear anything. Just wait. She says she's contacting this person. I'm going to speed her up until she gets to that spot. We're just going to play it like this. We'll speed it up and then we'll slow it down and then we'll speed it up. But I want you guys to hear like how she's doing this and how she's maneuvering. And her chat, like I said, she had over 1,000 people in there for some of this. Oh. There was a beep of a random voice. No confirmation who it is.
Okay, my friends, of course, my dog starts barking, but we have our guest on the phone.
Oh.
And our guest has indicated to me that they would like me to share with you first what they know from the very first moments of the search.
Oh. Okay.
First of all, it's very concerning to this person that the moment Seth saw that all the shoes were.
I know a lot of people still think this is Betty, you guys. I don't think it is. Jay is supposedly a teacher. That's scary. Like, I don't think, I unfortunately think there's just this many delusional people out here. I know some people think that I haven't seen any proof quite like to the opposite, but this is Jay from Crime Time Buzz. You're entitled to whatever you think, but she's supposedly a teacher. That's even more scary that she thinks doing this in a missing child's case is acceptable. I would have a royal fucking fit if I found out my kid's teacher was involved in this shit, being truthful.
Were there that the place was not locked down as a crime scene or just to keep people out. The house was not shut down at all, nor was the front yard. There were people walking all around the front yard, backyard, in and out of the house. I do want you to know something that very much shocked me. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my dog. 1 second.
CCC, you're entitled to believe that. I have listened to him side by side and stuff, and I know there's a lot of people that,
and
I just don't.
Now, just so you know, this person is getting information from family and friends that live inside of there, okay? And also visits in there.
Oh, so this person isn't even a neighbor. This person is getting secondhand, third-hand information from other people that supposedly. So on the very, very minimum, this is extreme hearsay. Unvetted, all of the things.
Okay, the guest is Julie tomorrow. Julie is our guest tomorrow. Julie Skolnick will be with me. We're going to be talking about the life of Sebastian.
Fucking Julie.
And the investigation. So that will be tomorrow. So first thing is that she wants me to know, and this is what really shocked me, is that, so they were walking all over the front yard, the backyard. It didn't send off red flags or alarms to them when all the shoes were there, when the jacket was there, when the phone was there, when everything was there. Okay, and nothing was shut down, not the front yard, not the backyard. The house was not shut down. And on top of it, and this blew my mind, they were interviewing the workers in the construction site, right? And they had to, translate a little bit and stuff. And so they had the workers were still at the construction site. Hi, Julie. And the bulldozer and dump trucks were still moving, working. So while they were searching for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, the bulldozers, I want you to hear this again, and dump trucks were still moving dirt and digging in the construction site.
because they didn't realize that this was going to end up 9 months later. Hold on, you guys. I mean, they didn't realize 9 months later there would still be a child missing. I'm sure they probably initially figured that he'd be found within the first couple of hours minimum. Yeah. Okay, sorry. She had to ask me about, she's got cat toys that she's trying to divide. But yeah, they didn't have a clue. And here's the other crazy thing. So there's neighbors in the neighborhood across the street with ring camera footage. So again, they would have all of this on footage of how law enforcement treated this place. We know that law enforcement was in the house. There was 12 dogs there. We've seen some of the response. We watched all those interviews today. They've tried doing this whole thing about how there wasn't a presence. They didn't treat this as a proper crime scene, yada, yada, yada. I mean, come on now. Yet this person isn't a neighbor though. Just has loved ones that visit people in the area. Okay.
Shocking.
Sure.
Let's see what else. And just was they were all kind of alarmed that, and this is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken as fact when I give my opinion, my speculation, and my theory.
Oh, she says it all right there. Not to be taken as fact. This is all for entertainment. Yeah, we figured that out. Thank you, Jay.
This is alleged. No one is being accused. This is for entertainment purposes only. Also alarming to them is that, hey, CB, is that the mother did not, oh my goodness, hold on.
That dog's more intelligent than you. Let that dog talk. I want to hear what Fido has to say. Fido says, you're a stupid bitch. Go to bed, Mom.
Sorry about that. And
you should be apologizing.
Just wanted you to know that just the alarm of not having the mother walking around the neighborhood looking. That really bothered some of them.
So it bothers somebody in the neighborhood that the mother isn't walking around the neighborhood looking. Meanwhile, the mother was sitting there with law enforcement going over law enforcement questions, even though the mother was seen on camera leaving the neighborhood to go search for her child. She's on camera, seen leaving the neighborhood, comes back, law enforcement gets there, and then she is with law enforcement who absolutely were in the area heavily going door to door. So the mother was in the home alongside the bio father, because he even said when he got there, she was sitting on the couch, bawling in hysterics, grieving. We heard him say that. But now, because Katie's not out walking around, and law enforcement, we listened to all of the interviews in the beginning today. They didn't want random people out walking around, so the footprints, things of that nature wouldn't be covered over.
Okay. So yes, she looked under the house, because I guess there's an opening under the house that you can look under. And she did look under there with a neighbor. And I asked if she used a flashlight.
A crawl space? Wow. Yeah, she was out walking around her yard. The neighbors got it on camera.
And she said, well, I would think so because it's dark under there. So I would love to know how accessible that flashlight was that morning. So that is the groundwork that I was asked to lay before we get any further into this. So now I am going to ask
so this was just the groundwork that this random person had her lay. This is just the groundwork. How are you people this stupid? And I'm not talking to you in the chat. Please understand that. I know you guys aren't falling for that. But how is there 1,000 people in there? I mean, I know there's probably 500 hate watchers, but how are people falling for this shit and being like, oh, yep, this is working? Please, come on. Nobody is this stupid to fall for this. I have more faith in you people. I really do. And not you guys, again, in the chat, like you guys are definitely not buying into this shit, but come on now.
First question that was emailed to me. Let's go all the way down here. Excuse me.
I got to find a way to not sound like I'm lecturing you guys, because people think and get really offended by thinking I'm lecturing them or talking about them. If what I say does not apply to you, it should not offend you at all or should bother you, because I'm not lecturing anybody besides these idiots. Crime Time Buzz and the chat that believes her.
If I miss your question, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to them all right now. I'm just trying to get to the bottom. We received several. And then I have some that I'm going to ask too. Okay, that's it. I've got the first one. Okie dokes. Let me go back. The first question will be, great question. Do you know if Katie installed any of the security systems in their neighborhood? Second one, did the Bowersock spend much time at Sebastian's home before he disappeared? Okay, I'm going to ask those two questions. I'm muting you.
She's muting you to go ask this person. So she's reading you guys or reading the chat, the questions. Then she's muting them to go supposedly talk to this person and get these answers. Are you kidding me? This cannot be real. I'm mad at everybody, always. I'm just an equal opportunity hater. I don't know why people don't understand that. Like, I really do not like humans. I have a collection of animals because I don't like humans. And it's this. Like, this person is a teacher. Does that not scare the shit out of you guys? This person is an educator. An educator of what? What the fuck is she educating? On how to be a fraud? Like, that shit scares me. Really does. Artist Creek, I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I don't mean to come off that way, honestly, to most. I really don't. Like, I don't know how to come off differently so people don't think I'm lecturing people. Well, babe, you get lectured on purpose. Kyle likes it when I play teacher. I'm just joking. I mean, hell, play nice if they are, share, so we can all get on that level, because this type of delusion seems fun to them. I don't know. I live in reality, and sometimes reality isn't very nice.
Okay, I'm back. So the question being, do they know if Katie installed any of the security systems in their neighborhood? They are not 100, but however, most of the neighbors had established security systems before they moved into the neighborhood, because the neighborhood was built prior to. They moved in like 17 months ago. September 16th, 2022 is when the house closed.
Guess who's going to know if Katie installed the cameras in the neighborhood? The company she works for. Guess who's going to have access to those records? Law enforcement. Okay, moving on.
And so, but there are other Brinks and ADT in there. The one person she knows of that does have Brinks does not know KP. Okay. Also, unaware if the Bowersock spent a lot of time there, but does know that neighbors have said that they never, ever, ever had friends over.
They never, ever, ever, ever had friends over, even though we watched a press conference today of a friend that spoke on behalf of all three of them, stating that she was there, you know, to comfort and console them, a friend of theirs, and spoke on all three of them and how broken they were. But okay, sure. And this person, again, this person doesn't even live in the neighborhood. So this person is this person on a phone call with her supposed family members that live similar somewhere in the area or visit people in the area? Like, how is this working? Do we have like 4 people on the phone right now and we're just playing telephone? Do I need to get my tinfoil can and the string out? Is that what I'm missing here to understand the message? I feel like that would even be smarter at this point in time.
Oh, and she also stated that yesterday in chat, someone asked if Sebastian was ever out riding a bike. The answer to that is never. Never was seen out riding a bike.
Okay, so the child doesn't like to ride bikes, and there's a problem with that? Like, what? Artist Creek, I try. Sometimes I can be a condescending bitch. I straight up am. Because this level of stupidity of people buying into this shit and running with this hurts my head. But I don't mean to, like, come off that way. I'm really open for other thoughts and theories. Like, I don't have a clue where Sebastian is. No clue what happened, who's involved, if anybody's involved, none of that. I'm not even close to being an investigator, but this shit hurts my fucking head.
Okay. The next question I'm going to ask is, did anyone ever see Sebastian take trash out on any Sunday? And if so, did he always go in and out the front door or use the door to the garage? I'm asking because trash cans set beside the garage, yet Katie said he only went out the front door. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, so she's again asking the chat the question, then saying, oh, hold on, mute. Got to go get the answer from this. Like, what the fuck? What the absolute fuck? Duchess, can you get your walkie-talkie from your car bed? How many of you have seen Grandma's Boy? I feel like we're watching a fucking episode of Grandma's Boy, but at least Grandma's Boy, the grandmas had fucking weed and were funny as fuck. These grandma, no shame, no age shaming whatsoever, because I'm going to be that grandma. But Jay, you are an educator. You tote yourself as an educator. Ma'am, an educator of what? Donkey's asses? How to braid a donkey's tail? Like, fuck, that's probably about the only thing you should be teaching. I don't even think I'd let her have scissors near my head. This scares me. This scares me for our younger generation. If this woman is teaching in an actual school, I'm pretty sure all she's teaching is how to braid a donkey's tail. Truly. Oh, she is gone. She's getting the answer. Right, Kim, we do. We do. It's built-in pauses. And she's sped up. Just think about that. She's on 1.75 or 1.5. We can speed her up to 1.75. Fuck, oh dear.
Okay. The question was, did anyone ever see Sebastian take out the trash on any other Sunday? The neighbors have not discussed that, which I find interesting. However, what they did say is some of the neighbors.
How do you know if the neighbors haven't discussed that? The woman that you're getting the answers from isn't a neighbor. She's supposedly got loved ones that are neighbors. Are you joking here?
Said they had only seen
We're being punked. This has got to be a social experiment.
him ever twice. Once when their dogs got out and he went running to get his dogs, and then another time when a neighbor's dogs got out and Sebastian went and ran and helped. But that's the only two times that they have seen him out and about, which answers my question. Remember when CP said he's known by all in the neighborhood? So that was my next question. So that answers that. Oh, I can ask that one too. So we're just going to keep, I'm going to give 5 questions now at a time. 5, yes, twice in 17 months. Right, Lisa B. Always. Less than the amount of DFS reports was he seen outside. Okay.
Oh, got to throw weight. Find a way to throw
yes,
that
yeah,
in.
I can ask that. Okay, I'm gonna take 5 questions, and I'm gonna ask her to answer 5. So I'll be back.
Oh, now they got 5. They got 5. This is unfucking real. People are what? Right? Why did the neighbors have a discussion group? Very good question. Why was that Facebook page made on the 27th of February? I think CCC, I think so too. Captain Avi, and they don't even own a power washer? Yeah. Yep. This is fucking insane, you guys. This person isn't even a neighbor. Is it the same person that Nikki from TikTok that changed herself to cognizant in crime claims that she has having their ear to the ground and their eyes open? And she's the one that brought up all the furniture moving bullshit from the neighborhood app? Like, this is, this took me out. This right here is probably one of the top things that I saw tonight that I was like, we can't get any stupider than this. I agree with you. Play nice. JJ, I'm trying to get ahead of some of this stuff because it's just insanity to me. It's insanity. I wish there was other people that talked about, like I told you guys, again, it's not a thing about other creators. It's just how my brain processes stuff, like how I like to lay things out and things I like to point out. I wish I could clone myself because then I would have more. There's just so much lately. There's so many new psychics. Like I said, there's 4 new psychics over the last 4 or 5 days that have came out that have posted new spirit boxes. We have another lady doing dowsing rods. I'm not even joking. And says that she has a location. I sent that to Duchess tonight and and I was like, throw it away. I'm throwing it all away. Rochelle, I decided to be that bitch tonight because these people are absolutely ridiculous and pissed me off. Because this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen, and people are falling for it. Yeah, Artist Creek. Well, that turned into a dowsing rod segment about Fourth Pond.
Okay, I got several answers to several of your questions, so I can spend a little more time with you right now. Okay, so
let me slow her down. She's back with answers now. This is fucking unbelievable.
It has never been mentioned that they used the door through the crawl space. No one knows who the green hoodie is because no one has seen his whole face, even the neighborhood and the locals. This person his family doesn't have cameras, but several of the neighbors who had this person's family does not have cameras, and nor do the friends that are in there, but several of the neighbors in that neighborhood had issues with their cameras that night.
Except why wasn't that reported Why wasn't that initially reported that the cameras were having issues when we heard law enforcement and all of their press conferences say that they were asking people to look through their cameras? If they're asking people to look through their cameras and there was an issue with the cameras, you would think that law enforcement would be like, well, for some reason, our camera systems were down that night. So if you're experiencing technical difficulties, reach out to us. They didn't say that, though. They just said, continue to look through your cameras. And if there's anything, please send it over to us. We actually heard a pastor from a church in the area even sent in their footage from their security cams just in case. But now, of course, cameras aren't working.
Confrontation. Okay. One neighbor said that they walked by once and CP was getting onto Sebastian, but it wasn't like alarming or horrible. And has heard a couple of times things like that, but not that she's heard on the news about the R word and that horrible stuff, but not personally from neighbors and friends.
She's heard on the news. That was never stated on the news. That was never stated on the news. Let me be clear here. Again, Chris supposedly calling Sebastian an R word was never heard on the news. That's not come out on the fucking news. That was social media rumors once again.
Woman's Warrior, I will put that up.
And that started with a recorded phone call of Terry Lynn questioning Chris Proudfoot, which he said, no, I've never called him that.
Okay. And then also, there are two people in the neighborhood who walk their dogs at night and use flashlights. There's two. They had no knowledge of the Proudfoots before Sebastian went missing. They did not even know they existed. And that's what she said about Sebastian. When CP said, all the neighbors, he's known by all the neighbors. That's not true. No one knew he existed. The manhole has not been reached.
So if they didn't know he existed, how are you getting stories about them supposedly being outside scolding Sebastian? If they didn't know he existed, can you make it make sense? Because you just contradicted yourself right there. Nobody knew he existed, but you just said that a neighbor saw him scolding. So which is it?
Checked. Only the initial drone going through, but they have not gone in and dug through it that they know of, since Dog mentioned it needed to be dug in there.
We heard again in the initial, oh my gosh, that they were going through we saw the maps. Janice, thank you for the support. We already heard from media, law enforcement was going through all of this stuff.
The neighborhoods willingly gave their footage twice, the first day, and then when TBI came through just to make sure no one had been missed, which is a good sign. No one saw the footage with their eyes, or no one saw the dark sedan. The dark sedan is indeed accurate, and it was on footage, but not seen by people, seen on footage. Okay.
So supposedly this car, dark sedan, was seen on footage, but not by people. But yet, mysteriously, there's no footage that's been leaked. Everything else has, though.
Let me see if there's any questions in the chat. I see Woman's Warrior has one. Let's do the chat for a second. Okay.
What?
Okay. I see. I'm going to ask.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Dolly is saying that Chris is on Facebook talking about going to Canada. Yeah, I've got Dolly timestamped too for another After Dark stream too. Yep. I was all over the place trying to keep up tonight.
Woman's Warriors and Lisa's K's real quick. And then I've got a couple more over here I can ask. Sorry, y'all. It's just the safest way to do this, to get the information to you, but to make sure that this person is safe. Please hit the thumbs up if you're in here, like the video, like the information, and I will be right back with your question, your answer.
This is fucking unreal. She could be talking to a tin can. A fucking tin can. Dolly's trying to claim that they handed off some sort of fake ID. That's what the handoff was in the Roadhouse parking lot, was some sort of alternate ID for Sebastian, and they've got him hidden somewhere. Yeah, he's a fucking fool. I mean, this is peaceful, though. I will say, like, this part of the stream, I'm good with. This is the most intelligent part of the stream. Right here. Yeah, I've heard that it got worse. I tuned out because I was watching these other two, but other people were watching that, so I'm going to try to do an After Dark stream on him. He is something else. He does the whole thing, too. It's just for entertainment. It's all for entertainment. Titanium built. She probably is. She's probably twiddling her fucking thumbs, braiding the jackass's hair. I mean, what the fuck? Rochelle, it is absolutely insane. I've never liked Dolly, so I can't even front about that. I've never liked Dolly. I've thought that he's a problem, but he's just one of many. Yeah, listen, I mean, she's going to get the answers. Plain fetch with Rover. Red Rover, send Jay on over with her misinformation from some unvetted. This is like talking to your cousin that's 12th removed that you've never even seen at a family reunion. Honestly. This is, yeah, exactly. This is a missing child. Absolutely fucking sick. And why? Anybody also question why, right after the Texas Roadhouse footage got debunked, why all of a sudden Brittany had to end a stream because she supposedly got a concerning email? The E's in the middle of their stream got a phone call and had to go take it and came back acting weird. And Spanky got a mysterious email too. Does anybody find that weird? The team members, who's keeping them in control? Did they go off script? I mean, how embarrassing that somebody has that much control over the misinformation that you're spreading and you're actively eating it up and looking like such an asshole by falling for it. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Mr. and Mrs. E got a phone call in the middle of their life. They got a message and then she said, can you take a phone call? And he gets up, walks off, takes a phone call. They both, Aunt E took over during that. Then Brittany got a email.
Okay, I'm back. So very interesting, number one.
Hold on, let me finish that before we listen to the answers. Justin got an email during his live stream that supposedly was concerning with information. And then BJ got all the same day, got an email with information and she was concerned and had to end her stream immediately. Yeah. I call bullshit. More optics.
Yes. The neighbors she remembered that after the first vigil, families and friends and neighbors, she went over to their homes and they were all gathered around talking about everything for a couple of hours. And one of the neighbors was very upset because they had heard CP and KP fighting and yelling at Sebastian on more than one occasion.
But I thought the neighbors didn't know they existed. Can you pick a lane? She just told you that they didn't even know that they existed, but now they saw them fighting and heard them fighting.
Or CP and KP fighting and CP yelling at Sebastian on more than one occasion. And it very much upset her then when to find out he was missing. Okay.
But they didn't know they existed.
Okay. She did hear Sebastian took the school bus, but being that she doesn't live in there to see him get on it, but she has heard, yes, he did take the school bus, but did not hear if children spoke to him or not.
We didn't know he took the bus because his family confirmed that. So again, dumb.
They do not, as a community as a whole, they do not feel supported and protected by their local law enforcement.
Oh, imagine that. Law enforcement is corrupt.
Does not know anything.
Even though law enforcement pulled out all the stops and the response in the community was amazing. And we watched all of that today, how supported the community felt and how much they were all rallying around this family and coming together to support this family. But sure. Okay.
Think about the DFS reports. Also, let's see what else she said. Oh, the lights above the garage are motion lights. I know Nancy Grace was told by CP allegedly that they were not, but they are. Okay, so when, like, if people drive by at night, they come on. Okay.
Oh, sure. Okay, so the woman that doesn't even live there, that has family that supposedly lives down the road, is this kind of like a thing like Julie getting these breaking photos of cameras on the house after Sebastian went missing, way after? Oh, okay, sure.
And I'm sorry I'm having to do the back and forth, and I so appreciate you all being here. Maj, you're doing a stellar job. Thank you so much. And Lisa, you've been a member for a month. Thank you for your loyalty. Hello, Jay and family. Hello back at you. Thank you so much. Okay. It's just right now I'm already sad. Okay. So
yeah, not only do we know he got on the bus in the morning, but we also know that he rode the bus home in the afternoon and was home. Seth even talked about how Sebastian, when he'd get off the bus, sometimes he'd call him after school, check on him to see how his day was. Okay.
Are there any in the chat that you want Let me see if there's any in the chat real quick before I. Okay, I'm going to keep going to my emails. I'm trying to get like 5 or 6 questions at a time. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, there she goes again. Gotta run. Gotta run and go get more answers. I can't believe that people sat there and listened to this and believed that this was. No, supposedly she has this person on the other line. She supposedly called this person Autumn, and she's asking these questions, muting her StreamYard and going and getting the answers from this person and then coming back. Yeah, going over her emails for questions. Yep, and her chat. Her chat and her emails and community tab are asking the questions. Right, Vibrator? Right? Should we all just sit outside their houses and make fucking salacious stories? This is fucking insane. I cannot believe people fall for this. I don't think this one's from TikTok. I don't know who she is or where she came from, truthfully. She's got some content going back a little ways. This is Crime Time Buzz, aka Jay. It's all hearsay. Every bit of it's hearsay. This person isn't even a neighbor. Supposedly she's got loved ones in the neighborhood that didn't even know that they existed, but now we have all these stories about how they existed. Charlie Ann, good question. I'm not really sure. Let's go look. She has 6,000. 6,000. There's over 1,000 watching this. And we're not going to listen to the whole thing because it goes on and on and on. We've got another one to get through. Hey, Smiles. I bet you're at work.
Okay, the first piece of information I just got just blew my mind. Hey, we have 805 here, and half of you have hit that thumbs up button. Please hit that thumbs up button. Family members, don't forget Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this one blew my mind. Do you recall when they had faith over the summer?
Pen, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did hear that too. Flight nurse. Julie was also pissing and moaning because Betty came into her chat and didn't talk to her. She was also pissing and moaning about Betty coming in, talking to everybody in the chat, but didn't even say hi to her. And at night was, telling her to check her email and all this stuff about her on her first live stream. How dare they, basically. It was so fucking funny to watch them.
This person said, well, they had faith over the summer. There was another family living in the home at 1008. And they know this because a neighbor told her family, who told her that they were outside and something about a dog getting out or something, or walking a dog.
Okay, hold up. A neighbor told, wait, what? We got to back that up. So they don't even know these people exist. They no clue that these people live in the neighborhood. But now what?
Do you recall when they had faith over the summer? This person said, well, they had faith over the summer. There was another family living in the home at 1008. And they know this because a neighbor told her family, who told her that they were outside and something about a dog.
Tin cans. We're using the wrong string for our tin cans, you guys. We got to switch up the string. We're not getting the messages correctly because okay. So there was another family living in the home.
Dog getting out or something, or walking a dog, and 2 little kids came running out of 1008. And they told the parent, or they told the parents told the neighbor that they were staying for the summer. Wow. So they were not at the home in the summer.
Oh.
Interesting. Also, the FedEx truck was in their driveway last week for about 2 to 3 days. Wow, I'm shocked about some of this stuff. Well, we're learning information that we need to know, right?
We're learning information that we need to know. Did you hear the paper turn? Did you hear the piece of paper just turn? How many you believe that somebody's on the end of the line still? We just heard the paper turn. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Oh, good one, Karen. I'll put that up. Thank you. Yes, I have to mute. Okay. So also, let's see what else she said.
You hear the paper?
Okay, hold on. I'm taking notes so I can relay it to you.
Oh, sure.
Regarding someone had asked if neighbors were speaking to the investigator, who's been walking through the neighborhood. Hold on, I need to mute. I need to mute.
Oh,
Let me mute her.
we just heard some muffled rumbling from something. She's probably talking to her kid. Who knows? She's probably talking to the freaking nun at the convent. I'll use that instead of child. Holy shit.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, 2 neighbors have spoken to that certain investigator. People wanted to know if he was walking through the neighborhood. Another thing is that the RV has not been there for quite a while. Quite a while.
I'm glad these people are catching up and taking notes. They should probably take accurate notes, though.
Also, it's like they used to always have the work van, the truck, the RV. The RV would leave for like the week and then come home when it did. And they had that stuff in the driveway. And it's unusual for them not to have all that in the driveway. And lately, one day there was nothing in the
Lisa, I agree. I do not think it's Betty at all.
driveway. And then lately it looks like there's like a vehicle, almost like possibly placing vehicles there so people think they're home allegedly. They don't know. Okay. I'm going to ask more questions from the Karen. I'll take your question now, and then I will go back and take some from the emails. It's so good to have you all here. Thank you so much for being here. You're being wonderful.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Grandma. That's a great idea. If you have a question in the chat, type Buzz in all caps. Okay. Buzz, seek previous question. Okay. Hold on. I'm going. Oh, that's a great one. Okay. Couple minutes, and I'm sorry we have to do it this way, but to get information that's valuable, we always want everyone to be safe. And unfortunately,
information that's valuable. Have you guys gotten anything of value yet?
Unfortunately, we're searching for a child, and in this case, there's weird things happening. So I will be right back. I will ask Queen Cece's, Karen's, and email questions. Thank you.
Does anybody believe this? Put a 2 in the chat if you believe this. A 2 in the chat if you believe this. If anybody does, please tell me if you do and what's believable about it. Yeah, we're not going to, Ashley. We're not. We're going to switch it. Because this is as vile and disgusting as ever, too. We're going to listen to this one. Laura, this nonsense. Everybody is onto this nonsense. Mal, put the phone down. Mal put it too. Right? This is crazy, huh? Absolutely fucking crazy. Oh, they all think they will. Just wait. Right? I think I'd have to be sleeping to believe this. Even a dream, though, I wouldn't believe. I'd be like, okay, that was a fucking nightmare. It's the damn ambient. Yeah, Sniper, I've never thought it was Blowhorn Betty. I can't call her Bullhorn Betty. It's Blowhorn every time. Yeah, you know that. I know that. You know that. I know that this is all BS. Absolutely. A friend told me. Dexter told them because Kiki told him, and it came from Luna. That's more fucking believable. I mean, truly, that's way more believable. The fact that they fall for Nick's riddles and they run with them and make them into content is scary. This is a reflection of what we're dealing with in society. Your Dexter told my Dexter that they're both being deprived of treats. Cinda, right?
Okay, they're slippers. You want me to put them with their towels?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to close them. So hold on. Let me grab
just the side strings.
It didn't work.
It's okay. Just leave them open for now. We got more stuff. Don't put them under. That's Santa bags. They can't go. They got to go in the closet until the day of. I know they don't believe. I know because you ruined it for them a long time ago. My child's bossing me around over here. She's in charge of like putting things up, and she's like, "We are not waiting till the last minute to wrap all this shit and put it under." So she's trying to nitpick me into getting all this stuff done. So I made her. Dexter called Harley on the phone and said all the things. It's Dexter. Dexter's at fault. Please take him away. I've been trying to get rid of that dog. Santa isn't real. I'm sorry. Shh. Shh. I didn't ruin it for anybody. Santa is absolutely real. Santa is real. If Nick the Hat can be seen as credible source, Santa is definitely real. Santa and the reindeer are way more real than Nick and the intelligence agency. Come on. Definitely Santa's helper. I mean, I will believe Dasher, Prancer, Donner, and Vixen before Nick any day of the week. Even Comet and Cupid, I would believe over this shit. It's all moms in America, right? Santa is more reliable than these idiots. I love this pause, though. This right here is the most information that we've gotten all night. This is absolutely the most informative part of the stream. The dead silence. Nailed it. We don't have room in the bed for Kenzie. It's already... She wouldn't come and hang out with us anyways. Steph, I love that. Dexter's a bossy little shit. Blitzen can't be vouched for, however. Yeah, that's probably true. And Rudolph, it's all his fault. His nose blinks sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not floodlights. It's not motion activated lights. It's Rudolph. That's what happened. No, it's not paused. No, she's not paused, I don't think. Nope, she's not paused, and she sped up. She sped up to 1.5, and she's not paused. And her chat sat there. Her chat sat there like this. Uh-huh. We're going to listen to this answer, and then we're going to switch to the other one because I can't. This is just unfucking real. But this is what people are going to be running with, just so you guys know. Mal, I'm so behind on so much.
Okay, my friends.
Oh,
lots of information to share with you. Okay. Let's see where we began. I asked her several this time.
Oh, she asked several. Here we go.
It has not been confirmed that Sebastian slept in the garage.
No shit, because the mattress that was in the garage was delivered after Sebastian went missing. Carry on.
Let's see here. No one was paying attention to when CP was coming and going before this happened, and people really didn't know them and know who they were.
I thought it was confirmed that they didn't know that anybody lived there, but supposedly somebody else lived in the house over the summer. So which is it again? Can we land a plane because either they didn't know they existed or they knew some other family was living in the house over the summer? Can we pick a lane here because you're kind of all over the place and debunking your own stories? Again, Chris wasn't home supposedly the entire month of February since the first weekend of February, but carry on.
So if there's footage,
according to Seth, he was in Memphis too, but carry on.
They haven't said anything or seen it, but also no one mentioned if his truck had been there in February either to the neighbors. They hadn't discussed that and weren't talking about that, but it was confirmed. It has not been confirmed that he slept in the garage.
Oh, Mal, I don't even have my phone on me. It's upstairs. I'll go back up in a minute. I got to go climb back in bed because I bounced out of bed. These people are raising my blood pressure to come smoke a Camel.
Dog's team was coming through the neighborhood. However, because of the resistance from the neighborhood with all that has been going on, they decided he will wait.
What?
So there is a plan for him eventually to get there, but now is not the time when the neighbors are also skittish.
Oh, that's why the neighbors are also skittish. Now is not the time for him to come kicking in doors. That's it. Solved it. Okay. But I thought they had 24 assets on the ground in Tennessee. And Dog was just in Tennessee. Didn't you guys tell us all Dog was in Tennessee doing stuff?
They do not know if CPS has been there because they don't know what they would have looked like. They do feel like they are in danger on day one. Absolutely. Because they thought a child had been kidnapped out of their bed from, the neighborhood. Now, no, they are not feeling in danger. They are just angry and mad. They feel that law enforcement has not taken this the way they should, and they didn't feel protected. Someone asked if the Brinks truck, if anyone knows of any movement during those days of the Brinks truck. And no, they do not. But the Brinks truck has arrived there today, and it's only been there off and on. When normally it's there every night, parked in the back of that driveway. They do not walk the pups that they know of. They probably use their fenced backyard to let the pups potty. Someone asked if they've been seen walking the dog. KP always parks in the
Oh, well, that's interesting that you mentioned the dog because the stream we're about to go to says that they got rid of the dogs.
garage, and the brink span is always out in the driveway. But lately it has not been. And this person says people are thinking maybe they're rotating cars. But CP's RV has not been there in months. The bus comes around 6:30 in the morning-ish. Garage pickup used to be around 6:30, but they moved it to 5:30. So it's at 5:30-ish, and the bus is at 6:30-ish. Yes, they were all questioned by the popo, and they were asked, do you have camera footage? Do you know them? And did you see anything? The Bowersocks and the Proudfoots are not well known in the area. As a matter of fact, they were not known at all in the neighborhood area. Neither names. As far as if there's many children in the neighborhood, there used to be a whole ton. Now the families have grown up and their kids are more grown.
Wait, that's a lie. That's a lie. They own a 747 private jet. They also own a cemetery and own half the town and a construction company, and everybody knows them. They control the entire law enforcement agency. Why are you guys lying to us now? We already know they own a 747. What? Nick told us that. Nick and Hong told us that when Hong was walking around. Oh, I got you. Oh. What you doing?
Hello. Nothing. Nothing.
What do you think of this?
I don't think she's talking to anyone.
You don't say.
I do not. But you were having so much fun, and I was just sitting here also having fun. So I was like, I'll come give my commentary if she'll allow me.
Of course.
So
We'll let her go on, and then we'll switch gears because the next one you're gonna love.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. Let's let her finish this one, and then the next one is even worse.
And families moved out during COVID and new families in. So it's more of a grown neighborhood now with older people.
Grown neighborhood.
The people that used to live in that home is an elderly couple. The crawl space goes under the house. The door is on a hinge.
Oh. Whoa.
But she does not believe some people have padlocks on theirs, but does not believe 1008 does.
Oh.
Or they put one, or did not put one on one. The crawl space, so she does not believe there's a.
By the way, yeah, every bit of what I just said was sarcasm. Every single bit of everything I said was sarcasm. Please do not take me seriously. There's not such a thing as a 747 private jet. First and foremost. And they do not own a cemetery or a crematory or any of the shit, okay?
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering how someone who is a friend of the neighbor has all of these answers.
Well, it's not even necessarily a friend of a neighbor. They have loved ones. This person has loved ones that go in and out of the neighborhood, supposedly. I don't know. Yeah.
So is this person that she's talking to the person that lives there and muting her when they ask the questions to the person that actually lives there, and it's kind of like a telephone game?
I think they're probably using CB radios or walkie-talkies, honestly.
Cups on string, probably.
Probably. And the cups that we have, the tinfoil or the tin cups that we are using must have the wrong type of string. We must need different yarn to hear the messages properly.
Yeah, because when I just scream in that shit and nothing ever happens.
You pull a bullhorn, Betty?
Well, I'm not usually screaming at anyone. It's just out loud in general.
Just in general. I mean, that makes more sense than this. Truly. Truly. I mean, really does. Let's see here. Somebody said it's the hinges. If you have hinges on your crawl space, I would actually call a contractor right away and get those removed. Hinges on a crawl space door, you're screwed. Screwed. Okay, let's listen a little further.
Padlock on there. The crawl space goes under the house and there's no access into the home. This is a lot of great information. I am so very thankful.
Oh my God, such great information.
That's the big piece right there that I've been wondering.
What? You've been losing sleep over their crawl space?
Nobody in the neighborhood knows them or the Bowersocks. They were not in fear of them until
Wait, huh? Nobody in the neighborhood knows them, but they were seen screaming and hollering at each other. There was a family that moved out of their house. A dog got out. What? But nobody knows them? Okay. Mal, help us.
Well, I don't want to give away how she's going to try to explain it, so just go ahead.
Okay. All right, fine.
now.
Fine.
Now people are in fear of them. And there was a little bit of a laugh when I asked a
How are they in fear of them if they moved out of the home and left their home? How are they in fear of them if they're not even there?
question.
Were they in fear before or after they knew who they were?
Just after.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
But I don't know why they'd be in fear of them either, because they don't know anybody. Nobody knows them. Their name's not influential. None of it.
Mm-hmm. And the
Mm.
police were there a lot of the time in the area as well.
Yeah. And there's actually cops in the neighborhood that live in the neighborhood too. I think at one time we were told 3 different officers from 3 different agencies or something live in the neighborhood by Bullshit and Bobby, but hoofed.
I'd
that
be
they might be
scared.
using
I'm scared of my own shadow.
luminol, and they did not use luminol.
True.
And they were not aware that any forensics was done because they were told it didn't need to be because it was a runaway.
Oh,
That goes against what we heard
Wow.
before, but didn't it?
yep, sure does.
Hmm.
Sure does. Nick Barris actually confirmed on a Facebook post that forensics were done on the home, but okay.
Right.
Right? Just wow. I'm going to check in with all of you. Thank you so much for bearing with the way we're having to do things tonight. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're done. We're moving on. We're gonna go to lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Boom, boom. Buckle up, because your blood pressure is gonna go from feeling like mock a bitch to punch a bitch. All
well,
right.
I am on Ambien prescription, everyone. So I don't know if it'll get too high up.
Well,
I just may say more bitchy comments, I think should be my disclaimer. My usual chill, calm self may get a little sarcastic and bitchy.
if you start snoring,
Trust me, I will literally go run myself over with a car before I start snoring on here.
well, that would be fucking skill if you could do that. But
I will not.
I was
will
gonna
not.
say I'm a good friend. I'm a good friend. So if you did though, I'd be like, you guys, Mal's just tired. It's
Okay.
12
If I
o'clock.
did, I would want to stream, and I would like to have my snores compared to others' snores, and I would like
Oh.
everyone to vote on whose was better. But
Oh.
it would have to only be one way, or I'm never coming back.
Duchess, I linked you just in case. Duchess said I might need I sent it over. All right, here we go. Thank God we don't have the things called punch a bitch buttons, because mine would be broken. Yeah. Buckle up, friends. This one's especially foul. And we're going to bump through because it's 2 hours.
Hey, Smiley. Thank you for being here.
Oh.
Let's see. We got Lori.
We're going to
Peggy. Hey, TJ.
TJ again, our friend that can't link anything, is a great mod.
What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. You know, we got it to where. Oh, Miss Rhonda, I'm doing okay. Hanging in there.
She's to 1.5 and it's still.
Yeah, you can for sure. They are just like kids. I'm telling you. They are for sure.
Tell us, Lolly, where are we going?
Sorry, I'm not on camera tonight, guys. I'm a hot mess right now. So I hadn't slowed down long enough to fix myself and make myself presentable.
Well,
so y'all gonna have to look at me in just a picture.
You're still just
but we're gonna do a little talking about Sebastian.
Oh,
we have a child who not like Beetlejuice, but it is back in a hair clippy, and it's half out, half down. It's crazy.
Okay.
Cheryl, hello. How are you doing today, sweetheart? I hope you're well.
Oh.
What, Miss Rhonda? Are you okay with that, Miss Rhonda? Thank you for being here, everybody.
Oh,
So we have a little boy
oh,
who has, for almost 10 months now, very, very close to 10 months, has captured our hearts, just like little Summer did.
oh.
We're all up in this case, going hard and strong, trying everything we can do, trying our best to do right, trying our best
Mm.
to justify our feelings, our opinions. Hi, Mimi of 6, how are you?
Oh,
And yet there's so much, so much happening in this case that, exactly like little Summer's case, we have a bunch of crap.
oh.
And you
So
have to weed through the crap to be able to get to what's important.
trust and believe there's about a lot of shit to come spewing out. So get your chest waders on and your helmets and buckled up.
And important
process.
is a relative term. I'm just going to throw that out there as well.
See, you're too smart, even halfway. Like, can we dumb it down, Mal? Dumb it down. Get on my level. Okay.
Just kidding.
Oh, I love this.
That's a weeding through all the crap. You're not talking about Sebastian.
Oh,
You have to defend yourself so people don't think you're a complete idiot
oh,
just because their opinion doesn't match your opinion. You
oh.
have to look at pictures and decipher them and go through them because you know for a fact that person has already altered important pictures, but yet more keep coming out. And it's insane, the thing that keeps getting put out there.
Oh, is it now?
There's a child that is missing. That is the number one fact. Other than that, the only fact we have is that the parents open their mouth and talk. We have to take their word as truth
Oh,
because the mother was the last person to see him.
yes.
The mother was the last person to be with him in their home, according to her.
Okay.
Now, I have an opinion.
Oh,
When you come to my channel, that's pretty much what you're getting, is my opinion. Because the only fact we have is that
Thank
Sebastian is
goodness.
missing. Hey, Charles. Thanks.
all right. So she didn't invite us into her home. We barged in. So we're just going to get her opinion, I guess. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Did you at least knock and take your shoes off before we barged in?
Nope.
I tracked mud in. So here we
Nope.
go.
I painted my toenails today, so I had to keep my shoes on so I didn't ruin them.
Oh, okay. Well, buckle up because we're going to get a lot more than her opinion.
Thanks for coming in. Now, is it a fact that Sebastian ran away? We don't know. Is it a fact that he made it home? We don't know. All we know is what the mother tells us.
We don't know, but there's actual audio of him on the ride home from Texas Roadhouse from Katie's car, which was known about back in March. Okay, carry on.
And it's really hard to have an opinion on a person whose truth continues to change.
Oh.
Hmm.
And
how does her truth continue to change when she's not talking?
I know one person who does, but I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
Because maybe the first time she tells a story, it's kind of just little pieces here and there just because of the emotions that are raging around and all involved. And hey, Selena, how are you, sweetie? Good to have you here. But
oh God,
then you have her tell the story the next time and it's got a little more added to it.
Oh,
okay, I can handle that. I can really see that
okay,
as being a very strong possibility that she's just remembering a couple of things here and there. But when you got 6 or 7 different streams and they're all different, and you start noticing that the things she's changing are the things that people are talking about after she has been live talking. Well, why didn't she say this? Or why would she feel that way? You know, all these questions start coming out.
Oh, really?
And her story and her truth starts to bend according to public opinion.
Oh, does it?
And therefore, it is a hard thing to accept the mother's words as truth.
Hmm.
And it is my opinion that her words are not truthful.
Mm.
I'm trying to
Her
think of
words
the amount of times
are
I've
not.
actually heard Katie talk.
Yeah, well, there would be once on Duchess's,
Yep,
once on
the
Science,
news.
once on the news, once on
Yes.
Chronicles of Olivia, once on I can't remember what that show is. It's a segment I think on A&E, On Patrol,
Oh, okay.
and
Was
then she
she
spoke
was she on
Queen's.
Queens in the
Yep,
background when he was on
yep.
there? Okay.
And was she ever on Clues in the background? I can't remember. Nancy Grace.
Okay.
Yep,
But
that's it.
these
Smiley, yep.
I'm curious as to how her story changes other than the potential of just adding or eliminating different things.
Factually, it hasn't. We've gone
Right.
through it. Mm-hmm.
I guess I know you have. I'm just kind of questioning it as she's saying it, like, huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. It's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna get even more interesting as we go. Yeah. She's got a lot to say. She not only is gonna talk about Katie tonight, but about Chris's mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly 100% being told as truth.
Oh.
I call it out for a while as far as the mother telling details so heavy and so strong about the day they went bowling, that afternoon on that Sunday, everything that they did that day. But it's when they got home that
Mhm.
told the biggest story to me. They get home and there's very little detail, very little. And by that, I mean, Sebastian went to his room to play. She was on the couch and by 9 o'clock talking to her husband.
And
Now, depending on which live you listen
there.
to that they were on, as to what she was doing during that 3 hours, whether she was asleep by 10:30, whether she was talking on the phone the whole time, whether she was studying her college work.
She might have done all of it.
It depends on which live you listen to as to whether Sebastian had a noise come from his room, as to whether it was actually turned out to be a thud, whether he didn't answer or whether he did eventually answer. Because
No, I'm pretty sure she's been consistent on. He said, responded to her, and she said, "Go to bed." And he said, "Okay, mom, love you." I'm pretty sure that's been consistent.
yep, that's what I heard too.
Yeah. Okay, Lolly, bring us home.
those are important facts.
Oh,
And
important
yet,
facts.
those all changed.
Oh,
Those were all things that she said along the way in different
sure.
lives that she would go on. Hey, Find Summer's Truth and Blue Jeans and Pearls, thank y'all for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else that's come in, thank y'all for being here and listening. I appreciate y'all. So we have a story that's been put out by the father according to the mother. The mother tells her version, and yet it all depends on whose channel you listen to as to what version of the story you will get.
Oh. Meanwhile, it could be how the questions were asked, what she was allowed to answer, what she remembered at the time, what she was willing to say, her emotional state. I mean, okay.
We hear a story from today on Smiley's channel. She played the video from Nina, Chris's ex-wife, who has his daughter,
Mm,
and the horrible saga she had to go through
mm-hmm.
pertaining to Chris's whole family: mother, father, stepfather, stepmother, sister.
And what does Nina's story, even if true, have anything to do with Sebastian and Sebastian's disappearance? And how has it impacted Sebastian's disappearance?
Well, all the things. They were all involved in making
Well,
this
and the
woman's
fact
life
that
a
they
living hell.
potentially
They
actually won whatever they were trying to do there anyways.
Yeah.
So that bolsters Chris and Katie's side anyways, because his daughter was able to go back with them
Sure was. Yep.
while
And
he's still missing.
that wouldn't be that wouldn't even fall into Sumner County being corrupt because that wasn't a courthouse in Sumner County, let alone Tennessee. That's an entire different state of New Mexico that allowed so or
Well,
visitation.
and especially too if they assumed that Chris and Katie had something to do with it, which, like I said, I don't think any of the parents are involved. I mean, I don't think I've said that out loud. I've said it to you.
Right.
But, like, do you really think that the police are going to be like, oh, we're looking at them, side eyeing them to have done it. But hey, let's not intervene in this custody case and let's let another kid go over there if they were really nervous about it. Like,
Very true. And courts make sense.
bullshit.
And here's the thing, CCC says they think it does, like past behavior. But again, let's think about that story just at surface value. And again, her story might have some truth inlaid. It's her story to tell. I'm not trying to victim
Mhm.
shame or any of that stuff. What I'm trying to get to is supposedly some of these incidents happened in a police parking lot. So one of the main incidents happened in a police parking lot where they attempted to run her over. There would be surveillance camera of that happening. She would have had a lawsuit, but that compounds by going, supposedly they wouldn't let her in the police department. And then when she was allowed in the police department, they sat her in a room and shut the lights off intentionally on her in the room, basically kind
Mhm.
of torturing her. Again, there would be surveillance video of this, and she would have had a huge lawsuit against the county or the police department, in my opinion. Now,
Mhm.
do things happen? Yes. Do things get covered up? Absolutely. But those are things that I push back on and go, those are hefty allegations to make, not only against, I mean, she's not just involving him. Her experience with him might have facts to it. I'm talking about she involved law enforcement officers who claim that they were a part of this situation too. That's where I'm like,
Mhm.
ooh,
Well, and then you have to just look back at the whole thing. It's like, okay, so she was potentially, whether it's true or not, pieces of it are true. The timing is interesting as to when it comes out,
right,
regardless.
right,
And you have to think though that even though there was so much of a push behind the, oh my gosh, this is what Chris is doing before. Chris has done this, Chris has done that. Like, it's just the fact is even after all of the pushing, all of the everything, he still ended up getting visitation with his daughter. So, even with the people trying to twist everything and make it seem like it's something,
right,
and like I said, not who knows if there's something there, absolutely.
right,
But there's still an aspect of even after everything that has gone down, the people involved in this made the decision that his daughter could come back. So, in my eyes, I guess for me, it's like if she's a victim of something, absolutely my heart goes out to her. That's not ever anything like
right,
that you ever want to say anything about.
right.
Do I think that
No,
in this case it has anything to do with anything to the point of it being brought up all the time? No.
right,
I think they tried something, they tried to tie it into something else, and it didn't work in the way that they were hoping it was going to work.
right. Rochelle, I agree with you on the Good Old Boys Club existing in Tennessee. That is, I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I'm just saying, again, looking at the surface value, they continue to bring that into, could it have something to do with Sebastian going missing? Uh, maybe. That's a long shot. But right now, on the facts that we know from law enforcement, we don't have any indication that Chris was not in Memphis either. Their stories have been vetted and the
Mhm.
parents were cooperating. So, although I can see what some of you guys are saying, absolutely, like it might have something in there. Right now, until law enforcement says otherwise, we don't know.
Mhm.
We don't know. So, right now we have a custody case that was nasty, but ultimately, does it have anything to do with Sebastian's case? We have no idea until we get to where is Sebastian.
Yeah.
They're going to stick on those pieces because it's part of the emotional draw and the emotional manipulation into Chris is a monster.
Yeah. And
You're entitled to feel however you want to about the man.
yeah, and like there was a few people in chat saying like, well, you know, past behavior is
Yeah,
an indicator of future behavior, which is 100% accurate. My point
absolutely.
though is that it was looked into by the people that needed to have the information and looked into it.
Right.
But at the same time, like for me, I think the whole situation was not put out there in any way to aid in Sebastian's missing case. I think there was too many people pulling too many different strings, wanting many different outcomes.
Right. 100%.
And does that mean that none of the information is going to be useful? No, not at all. There could be useful information in it. Absolutely. But at this point, I don't think there is.
Well, and just to kind of bounce off that, with today's stream, we talked about how she filed on February 28th. She filed for an emergency petition to the court for, a custody hearing. Could she absolutely have reason for doing so? Yes. But again, the courts will be the ones to rule over that. So we don't know if that has any indicator in this. Could it have been an opportunistic thing to bolster her claims for custody? Yes. Could there has been a contentious situation there for quite some time. But could there also, there could be many things. Her stories could have gravity to them. We just don't know. We have no idea, but we have to go off of what we do know as facts. And we know that a New Mexico court allowed him to have visitation after a child went missing. And therefore, although we can feel bad for a victim of domestic violence, if that is what the case may be, we don't know either. We've kind of got to look at what the facts are from what we know as true. And what's true is a court allowed that. Plus, I think there has also been statements, especially with the recent discussion of CPS records, that there was a CPS report against him from New Mexico. So not only just the court system being involved, but CPS also potentially at one time. So there's that. Janice in accounting says, way behind, but the Proudfoots are no longer safe in their home or in that neighborhood. It is not safe for their children to be there either. In my opinion, these locals have crossed every line. Absolutely agree with you, Janice in accounting. Have thought that from jump because of what's been going on. And thank you for your support. Okay. We've got so much to dissect. Like, this is bad, you guys. Okay, let's go.
Hatched a plan.
But I want to say, like, thank you guys for all giving your different opinions and being respectful in chat and having these discussions. This is the type of open dialogue I love. And Mal, thank you for adding to it. But I appreciate it.
Yes, if I just drop off, don't fret. I fell asleep, but I'm just saying that ahead of time. So, but
No,
continue.
please snore for me.
I will.
Okay.
They probably rehearsed it over and over, so they all knew what their part was. And after listening to that, I made my opinion. And my opinion is it wasn't the first time they hatched a plan with Nina. I have a feeling there were plans hatched prior to Nina. I have a feeling that's exactly what happened with Sebastian coming up missing. Yes, finding some truth, exactly. And if you stop and you think about it, you got Chris's sister saying at 6:30 that morning of the 26th of February, they were all out looking for Sebastian. But it wasn't till a little after 6:30 when he called the cops.
Okay, so Seth was notified at 6:22. They were all out looking at 6:30. She says that. Police were notified at 6:33. What is wrong in that timeline? I'm not following, but carry on.
And reported Sebastian missing. So you're going to call your family. You're going to call Nina. You might call and leave a message for his father, his real blood father. You're just going to leave a message instead of contacting him and saying, hey, have you seen your son? Because we can't find him. Nope, that wasn't part of the plan, I believe.
They called and texted before they contacted law enforcement.
And then you have Mrs. Mommy Socks, the ringleader of them all, I believe, because you mentioned her name and her son goes ballistic. Hey, Whistle.
One thing I want to add in the comment section about DV situations, because this is true too. Again, I don't know the ins and outs. None of us were involved. We don't know all of the things that happened, but I do want to talk about, and I just want to mention something that I think people miss all the time is sometimes the person being abused is often arrested. So that does happen. Like there are many women and or men who are actually the victims that actually end up with charges. That is something I just need to say because I'm watching some of your comments in the chat. Just because somebody was arrested in DV situations, oftentimes one or both will go to jail, but
Yep.
there
And
is
it depends on the state a lot of the times as well.
yeah,
That's one thing that I'm very well versed in. Not to toot my own horn, but DV situations are ones that I'm very passionate about. So yes, it can depend on the state you're in, even the county within those states that have different laws where it doesn't matter who started it, it doesn't matter who's on who and everything like that. Like someone will have to go to jail or both will have to go to jail. So you are correct on that point of that.
sorry, I just had to bring that up because that is something that, I'm not trying to discredit her story whatsoever. It's just being used as
Mm.
emotional manipulation by other people that are not even involved in the
Yeah.
situation or her necessarily. It's being used by creators that are not a part of the situation either. And I think, like Autumn said, both things can be true. That could
Yep.
be her truth and Chris can still have nothing to do with it. Chris could be a monster to her and still
Mhm.
not a monster to other people or involved in his child disappearance. That can
Mhm.
all happen.
Well, everything she said could potentially be true and have absolutely nothing to do with Sebastian, his life with Sebastian and Katie, and
Right.
him going missing. They could be
Right?
two completely separate situations. That
100%.
just because one person lived it doesn't mean that the next person's going to live it, even if it is the same person.
Absolutely. Yep. I actually really am. I like this conversation because we get to be realistic about this, and DV situations are so
Mhm.
tricky and vary so much. And I don't ever want to discredit victims. Like I don't.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
okay, let's let her continue to talk because in my
We
opinion,
have to.
they're by them using this, they discredit the victim's story and they use it for fodder. And it's really sad. It's how it's being weaponized is gross.
How are you doing, sweetheart? If you ever bring it up while he's anywhere around, he gets very angry.
Janice has got some good comments tonight. The prophets need more POs from all these YouTube channel holders. I will not call them creators. They create nothing but fiction. Betty is not the only dangerous one, in my opinion. Far from it, Janice in the county. She is far from the only dangerous one. In fact, I highly agree with you. And again, thank you for the support. Like, I agree. But then again, I don't even know how to. I hope law enforcement is doing what they can to protect the family members.
But I'm going to share something with you that was on a public platform. Melissa, not that I have heard of.
Chico, please make sure you drop your link to your video tonight. You guys, Chico did an amazing live and read through the 73 pages from the Department of Justice for what in Memphis is going on. She's explaining in the chat. Please go check that out. It's great. And the link for the report is in her community tab too.
Not that I have heard of. And I can't say 100%, but not that I've heard of. But I'm going to share something real quick with you guys. And this is on a public post. And this right here on Facebook, this woman says, Kathy got.
This falls into what we talk about of how they build narratives from another platform and they use posts like these discussion groups. They watch the families' posts and they clip them for stuff like this. Now, this is going to get really grimy. Again, this is from Facebook that she's reading this.
I actually saw this.
Yeah, this is gross. This is gross.
Bowerstocks. It's Sebastian's 16th birthday today. Thought the Proudfoot family would have wished Sebastian a happy 16th birthday. And then Kathy, somebody else made a little comment there, and then Kathy says, Claire Duke, we are fully aware of the day, and how we proceed through the day is none of your business. Just because you were not included or informed does not mean that nothing was done. Any post or wishes concerning Sebastian were only shared with people who have a heart for this child. Any other post would have been ridiculed and used to cause more stress. Prayers are appreciated, but the spreading of lies and misinformation is not.
Kathy is 100% correct in her response. If any of them would have came out and said anything publicly, done anything publicly on their Facebook page, it would have been ridiculed, mocked. Nothing is enough. They can't do anything. They can't say anything. Nothing is correct. So she's going to continue, though.
Now, has this woman looked for that child? Has this woman sat on here every night and talked about him, put his face out there? Has she made flyers and gone and stand at festivals and handed out his flyer to every person that came through that gate?
I want you to hear what she said about has she gone to festivals and handed out his flyer, because she's about to pat herself on the back coming up. She is comparing Kathy Bowerstocks, Chris's mom, to herself and trying to ridicule and shame Kathy Bowerstocks for not coming on YouTube and doing what she's been doing. Okay.
I'm going to say no. But Melissa Winder says, Kathy Bowerstocks, I said a prayer for everyone. I hope everyone's still cooperating with LE. I can see why everybody loves Sebastian. Maybe you get to hug him again one day. Be strong and keep the fire burning. The love for him is massive and growing. Then Ralph Freud says, Kathy Bowerstocks, where were your hearts for Sebastian when 5 CPS reports were allegedly filed about him in 2 years? Miss Kathy replies, Ralph, I know exactly where my heart was and is, since you seem to know about.
Oh, Janice, I'm so sorry. Janice says, I'm so mad at my ears are red and I have hives. All of these vultures suck. If you need to check out, please do. Please think of your mental health first. I don't want you having hives. I know, like, I understand, but please take care of you. Any of you guys that need to check out, please do. This is vile. And the best way I can handle it is with a little backhanded humor. That's how I deal with my anger. So
Yeah, me too. I just kind of turn into an asshole, so don't take it personally, unless
yeah,
you're these people.
I'm not, again, like I say this all the time, I'm not trying to mock that Sebastian is missing or any of these people paying, but I will mock the absolute shit out of these people doing this shit, because it's absolutely unreal and laws have to change. Like, we are at the
Yeah.
point where I'm so glad so many people are seeing that laws have to change to protect this family.
Yeah.
And
And one of the things that a lot of the creators that are still trying to push these narratives of the back and forth between, you know, Seth and Katie and Chris and stuff, it always brings me back to all of the studying and research that I've done on missing persons cases and such, in regards to, like, the police oftentimes don't want family and friends out and about doing these things because they don't want them to have to come across a body or put themselves into danger. Like, there's reasoning behind why you guys are not seeing Katie, Chris, and even
Seth,
Thank you,
yeah,
like, out in front,
yep.
because that's literally what police has told them.
We watched
And
that
it's
today.
best.
We
Yeah.
watched that today where they asked the public, they were not asking for volunteers. And they said numerous times, if we get to the point where we want volunteers, we are ready and have agencies that we will call that have volunteers. But they didn't want people out there to trample over potential footprints or evidence, or, you know, they didn't want people. They specifically asked the family. Seth has confirmed that in his Bullhorn Betty, that they did not want the family out there searching. They keep the family away. And they, in their press conferences and news releases that they were doing that we went over today, they specifically stated they did not want to have people out there in the woods getting hurt and having to redirect resources to go help that person when they were trying to search for a missing child.
Well, yeah, but then even on top of that, okay, what if it is one of the immediate family members that do come
Yep.
across something? If they find something or they're like, there's a lot of emotions that come into this, which is another reason why, like, I think certain parents aren't necessarily going out and about. This is just my conjecture, though, is I would be an emotional mess. I would not want to be going and doing all of these different things. Like, obviously I'd be helping in the background and stuff and doing what I could from where I was, but I don't think I'd be able to keep it together to go to like a festival to hand things out and do stuff like that. Like, I just don't.
It's not safe at this point in time. It's
No.
not safe for them to go and do these things because the public have made it unsafe for them to go to festivals and hand out flyers. Unfortunately, that's the public's
Mhm.
response. And another
The
thing to add,
vitriol
yeah,
between the two.
absolutely. On top of that, right now we are in such a situation. If the family was to be out there searching and stumble across something, no matter which side it is, Seth or Chris and Katie, the optics of that, if they were to randomly come across something, the public is going to be, they planted something, they put him there, they know where he's at. They're in a horrible situation. They're in a lose-lose situation. They cannot do these things now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let her continue because it gets worse.
5 CPS reports. Feel free to enlighten me until you have personal knowledge and can provide me proof, not just something that a lying, money-hungry, poor excuse for a parent says in order to grift money. This, of course, is my opinion based on the knowledge and personal interaction with this person. When the actual truth comes out, I would hope that you will be a person who acknowledges your implied error. I would expect at least that much from someone who uses the USMC emblem as your profile picture. Well, Kathy, tell us how you really feel about Seth. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's your son that's a lying, poor excuse for a parent. We've called.
Where's the proof of that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I've heard him say that or anything.
Where's the proof of that? And Kathy has allowed her opinions on Seth after so many things have been stated of her without proof from Seth. That is her opinion. And she is saying, show me the proof of these five CPS reports. Nothing with what she said is incorrect or that shouldn't be said. She's entitled to her opinion. She has been smeared. And well, just wait. It gets worse.
Well, not even just that too, is she actually personally knows him and
Yeah.
knows the behind the scenes that you people who have had maybe one conversation with someone even maybe at a distance, like someone that is adjacent to Seth, like you don't know them and she does. So
Yep.
it's interesting to be able to say, oh, you're wrong, but yet you don't know him, you don't know this family. You can have one conversation and still not know who someone is. You could have 10 conversations with someone and not know who that someone is.
Yep. Yep. It's going to get worse. I hate to say
Caught
this.
him in tons of lies, Miss Mommy Stocks. I am so sick of this bullying that is going on by Chris Proudfoot, his family, and Katie is in the mix. Now, let me remind you, Mommy Thought, this is coming from your son on his Facebook. To all the people that couldn't stand me this year, just letting you know, next year's going to be worse. This.
Okay. Chris posted this. I don't blame him.
Is disgusting in all kinds of ways. You are the stepfather of a missing child, and you're going to put that on your Facebook page.
So what?
Not your stepson's picture. You're going to put some cocky shit up there. And his mother is going to go out there on Facebook and talk some mad smack about Sebastian's father.
Who cares?
You see, it's the stepfather and his family that are the problem here.
Oh, really?
Katie seems to be all up in the mix with them.
Oh.
And I just hope that she doesn't become.
I got something.
I was just giggling of. I know I didn't see Katie in there, but I mean, maybe she got X-ray vision.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. I haven't really seen her in there. I didn't realize that Lolly knew them so well. So
Oh, she's got a definite personal thing. Just wait. This gets ugly.
Nina 2.0 one day
Nina 2.0
because
one
they
day.
look out for their own. They use money for their own.
Oh,
They push people around for their own.
oh.
And for a man to be in a custody fight for 7 years,
Mm.
and yet he doesn't have full custody of that child, hello, give it up. But his mommy wants that girl. Mommy sucks is
I
the leader.
We have no proof of that.
I was gonna say I will say also there's so many different custody arrangements
Yep.
and levels of custody arrangements and ways that things go that works for a specific family. Just because one person has custody and one person doesn't, or one person has half, or one person doesn't, there's so many reasons behind why that is, not all of them being nefarious. And that works on both sides of with Lolly saying things like this when it comes to Nina. It also is with Chris and Katie, with Seth, everything with Sebastian. Like there are so many options, not all of them nefarious, as to why custody situations happen.
Don't say that because that's not according to them. Mm.
Sorry, I guess it's my college degrees coming out.
Yeah, dumb it down, Mal.
Sorry,
Viva, no,
forgot where I was.
come here,
Fuck off.
lay down. Sorry, guys. You know, exactly, DJ. Exactly, Smiley. That apple don't fall from that tree, does it? Isn't that something? Tell you what,
I think it's weird though. I see that other people in the chat think that, their opinion is the same as um their opinion is that she is the motivation. What about Chris just loving his child? I mean, truly, again, what does that have anything to do with Sebastian? We have no idea it does. So you're entitled to those opinions, but there's no, like, I don't know these people to even make that assumption. And I'm sure not going to do it off the rumors and speculation on YouTube about these people.
at least there's one person in this child's life that sheds real tears, I would say.
Oh,
Comes out the night before his birthday because he knows that the day of his birthday is going to be way too emotional for him. And he just asked for people to spend time
oh.
with their family and make memories while you have the opportunity to do that.
So his are real tears, but Katie's are not. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Sebastian's mother since April.
Oh,
April, guys.
She must just be
Person?
sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
right. But I thought we've heard her change all these stories, and that's why
Oh,
they're
she
so
has.
mad.
Yep. She's been lying without
Yeah.
coming out because they haven't heard from her. So,
Yeah.
damn.
Mhm.
One's missing. We're talking 8 months.
Mm.
8 months. That's sick. Hi, Bo. Thanks for coming in. And Terry, thank y'all for being here.
You know what's sick is this.
You know, it's
What's sick is about to happen. I'm going to bump her forward because she's got a lot to say, and I'm kind of over this part of it. You can go back and listen to it if you'd like, but I'm interested in this part right here.
3 hours and eat his last meal with her. She had no need
Oh, wait, hold on.
until cement crumbles. Mm-hmm. Oh, Rhonda, don't get me started on that one. I still go with what I said on that live called 12.
Bo, there's no proof of those 5 reports. There's no proof of those. You don't have tangible proof. I don't have tangible proof. We don't know what's said in those 5 reports. If there is 5 reports, we don't know the narratives. The one thing I can go off of is there's an open report because he is missing. And when Seth's PI, who was Heather Cohen, was on the news with Seth, she stated that the CPS was the last report that they found out about was likely to be unfounded because it was closed. So there's that. Again, you're entitled to your opinions. I work on facts. There is no facts to prove any of that. That has been fodder for the internet and manipulation. And again, there's CPS reports on the other side too, that have been talked about by Seth himself. So I'm not about to start making up stories or whole things. Use your fucking imagination. No, a missing child and facts matter. I'm not about to use my imagination or run off of rumors and speculation. I
Well,
don't use my imagination when it comes to missing kids. Facts are important.
yes, which is why we're such great friends as well.
Yep.
But, damn it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say something really important.
Let Bo sit. Let Bo sit, please, you guys. You don't use your imagination when it comes to a missing child. I'm sorry. Facts are very important. This is a missing child and their lives matter. Plus, CPS reports can entail a lot
Oh,
beyond abuse and neglect. A lot. There can be a lot of different variations of calls.
yes. And I think what I was going to say was just that, in a way, I'm not saying who cares, but we as the public who do not know these people, do not know the situation, are watching from afar, have no right and shouldn't want to know what is in these filings. There being filings is something that only the police should be worrying about. By putting out that there's 5 or something like that, like, number one, we don't know if there's 5, because we're never going to know, because that those types of reports are never put public.
Right.
But then also, they shouldn't be put public because they're personal things within a family. But also, all the people who are supposed to be knowing what happened in these reports are already aware. If someone is not aware, then they
Right.
did not need to know. Simple
Correct.
as that.
Yeah, and beyond that too, somebody said if you're going to believe one side, you believe the other. I believe Seth's own words. Seth spoke on what his calls were for in California, just like I believe when Chris was asked what his reports were and he gave an answer. I believe both of them. Beyond that, that's all I know right now. And again, they're in law enforcement hands. They have been from jump. That's where it needs to be. They're the investigative agency. And Rochelle, you said that speculation and hypothesizing are a necessity. No, they're not.
Mm-mm.
Not when there is a missing child's life at stake. Speculating and hypothesizing of a bunch of idiots on YouTube is not a necessity. It is actually dangerous and has led this into a dangerous territory where people are, if this child is alive and there is person of interest and they're coming out and releasing that and playing these games online, and that child was groomed or taken by somebody and playing all these games, it could put his life in further jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
So speculating is okay. Your opinions are okay. But doing this to this extent is dangerous and puts potentially a missing child's life at risk.
Well, and there's also
Rochelle?
responsible ways to speculate as well. And that is not being done by a lot of different channels, as to
Correct.
the blatant finger pointing, the blatant they did this. You can say, yeah, that's freaking weird. There's a lot of things on both sides that are freaking weird. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
But
100%.
I'm
We've
not
talked
going
about
to sit here and say, yeah, like, oh my gosh, they did this, they did that. Oh, they did this, so that means that. I don't know these people. And I have faith that the police know what they should and shouldn't be doing, have the information. There's nothing that anyone online is going to find that the police aren't aware of.
Well, and speculating and hypothesizing happens in a closed environment by authorities.
Mhm.
Law
Yep.
enforcement, they have what's called a war room where they sit down and trained professionals go over every
Mhm.
case detail, and they are entitled to things that we will never know or see, which is exactly what should be happening. Outside of that, your opinions are fine. We all have our opinions. We all have crazy thoughts that I know I've gone 500 different directions with different theories and thoughts in my head. But it's negligent when law enforcement is asking and offering, the FBI is offering up to $50,000 for any information leading to the whereabouts or anything for Sebastian. If he is out there still alive, it is negligent and dangerous to be speculating and pushing off rumors that he is in pieces or that he is no longer with us when law enforcement is telling us to please keep watching, keep looking. To run with these theories and these speculations like it's done on social media is absolutely dangerous and could put a child's life at risk.
Well, and a big difference too between even the police doing their speculating and hypothesizing and everything like that and just YouTube people or social media people is the fact that the police go, they figure it out, it's true or it's not, it's dropped. People on
Right.
YouTube cling to something, it can be 100% proven wrong, and that shit's still being clung to months later
Correct. Just
because
like
it keeps it coming. It keeps the people coming to watch, it keeps the entertainment of it, and this is a missing child.
just like for instance, I'm going to give you an example like last night. So Chris was clipped stating what law enforcement had told him about the lights in the trash truck. It is almost verbatim the exact same thing Seth had said on another stream on Pascal's. These are things from law enforcement, but people are unwilling to look at, okay, well, obviously they were both told the same thing by law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Is law enforcement not being honest with them? You can have those opinions and thoughts. But law enforcement obviously told them both the same exact thing because they both almost verbatim say the same thing. So running with these narratives and creating and concocting all these stories and internet jammers and all that stuff, law enforcement is the investigative agency. And you said in caps, how will you find him with no facts if you don't speculate? First of all, I'm not going to find Sebastian.
Nope.
I am a random asshole with a YouTube channel. None of us are going to find Sebastian. Law enforcement, investigative agencies with the tools to find missing children will be responsible for finding Sebastian. People with credible information should be going straight to law enforcement, not to YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be boundaries. There has to be knowing where you sit and where you stand. I'm not an armchair detective that is ever going to solve a missing child's case. I don't want that responsibility on my shoulders, let alone would I ever take that risk or even insert myself into a case to potentially put a child's life at risk?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not willing to speculate when it is such an important situation like a child's life. I hope that makes sense.
Did.
Okay.
12 feet under, I think is the name of it.
This is going to get bad.
Buried 12 feet under the cement. I highly recommend you go back and listen to that one if y'all didn't hear it.
You were stating, Rochelle, I'm not sure what you're saying. You were stating as a fact that you don't do it, as no one should. I absolutely speculate behind closed doors with people that I trust in a closed environment. I am not about to come out here and push off rumors, complete bold misinformation that are complete concocted, fabricated lies to an audience to get you to run with bullshit. Not going to do that. That's negligent and irresponsible. So I'm not really sure where you're going with this, but carry on.
There are lots of things that are being said. There's lots of things that are being done. Every video is being completely from head to toe deciphered. Every little movement, every blink, everything. It's all we have. And we
Law enforcement, that's their job to find these kids. What? Law enforcement? No, that's not what I stated. Okay, carry on.
will go over it and we will continue to look at everything. But at the end of the day, Sebastian's missing. Just because his mother had no intention of being the person to sit with him and eat his last meal with her. She had no need or want to have a decent conversation with him. Her hands were being thrown out there all over the place when she would talk.
How do we know that? We don't even see what her mouth is doing. You can't even see from that angle what she is saying or not saying.
To him as if he was distracting her. He shook his head no at her a couple of times. We saw that. And he kept his head down the rest of the time.
Okay, stop caps locking me.
I was just gonna say, why are we yelling?
Yes, Kathy Summers
Yeah,
said,
you're being super immature. Like, I don't even know what you're attempting to get to here. Law enforcement has to speculate and theorize. It's part of their job. they have to come up with
Yep.
off the beat path. Like, I don't know. I'm talking about negligence from people like BJ, who is a two-brained idiot twat, or this lollipop fucking person. That's what I'm talking about. It's negligent to do that with an audience or say things, have a panel. If Mal was up here and said they hit his body, I would boot the fuck out of Mal off
And
my
then
panel.
she'd come kick my ass after.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's negligent to say stuff like that.
That he would see her in the resurrection just 3 hours after she was missing.
Oh my God.
It took the mother and the stepfather 7 days before they spoke, and his first thing he's saying is, it'll be a case to be studied for years to come.
Rochelle, can you like just make one comment about what you're trying to say from the beginning so that I can just, I'll read it and I'll understand it and I will respond.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
About this though, law enforcement, they're through so many resources at this case. So many resources, so many agencies. They did everything: fixed wing airplanes, drones, horseback. That is what I can't understand how they're continuing to twist this into something it's not. But beyond that, trying to even imply that you know what happened at that meal or what was stated or what wasn't being said is ridiculous. We don't know what their interaction was really truly like. We have no idea. No clue. But there's another thing she said in here too that I want to take it back to. Hold on.
A couple of times. We saw that. And he kept his head down the rest of the time. Yes, Miss Kathy Summers' dad said he would see her in the resurrection just 3 hours after she was missing. It took the mother and the stepfather 7 days before they spoke, and his first thing he's saying is,
oh, right there. It took the mother and the stepfather 7 days to speak. They were the first ones to come out. They were the first ones to come and ask for help. Seth came after them. Who cares? Hi, Miss Leah. Like, they all came in their time, but they're being shamed for taking 7 days, but Seth is being praised? What?
it'll be a case to be studied for years to come. I never understood that. Kids run away all the time. So why is Sebastian's case so important to be studied? You see, there's slip-ups
Because the
in the plan
response.
that was put out there amongst the family. There's slip-ups along the way. Oh, yes, Tiffany. Exactly. They thought by now, after 9 months, that surely we would have gone away to another case by now, and that the Sebastian case would go cold. He never expected it to blow up this big. Boom.
What?
Just like Summers, I said the same thing. It's easy for a child to disappear when no one really knows that child too much, when there's very little outside influence in that child's life. It's easy for those kids to go missing. Summer went missing. In probably about 3 to 4 weeks, her case would have died off and just sat there had we not been all on top of it. Yeah, he knew Summer's case. He said himself he watched Summer's case. He watched it. He followed Summer's case. He should have known better.
Michelle,
we can do good on these platforms.
Michelle, you might be behind. I do not believe that BHB is crime time buzz.
But when you have a group that comes from the TikToks, they have a different.
Mal, listen to this. A group that comes from the TikToks.
Oh, okay.
Listen to what she's about to say. This is funny.
Different way of doing things.
I love the TikToks.
They have their opinion.
I know, but I don't know who she thinks comes from the TikToks.
On how you go about things. They don't think like we do here in the true crime community.
Oh, here in the true crime community, she claims she's part of the true crime. Oh, God.
I'm not in that one with her, I'll tell you that much.
And so
Thank God, no.
now they've moved to YouTube, and therein lies our new issues that we've got
Oh, those
because
TikTok.
they've merged with the drama.
I agree a lot. I don't like a lot of the TikTokers, but carry on. Who are these TikTokers?
They like to talk about people,
Oh,
talk about all the things other people say.
oh,
I heard the comment made, and they want to call themselves true crime over there, and we're not supposed to be true crime. Well, you see, let me tell you something. When you're in the
who talks with a Southern accent that talks about people? I don't know. From the TikToks.
true crime element, you have to do your research. You have to look things up.
Wait. Urch. We got to back that up. Back it up, Terry.
And they want to call themselves true crime over there, and we're not supposed to be true crime. Well, you see, let me tell you something. When you're in the
I don't even consider Body's in here. Body knows I don't consider her part of the true crime people that I talk about.
true crime element, you have to do your research. You have to look things.
I don't consider Body
How
on
can
a
she
platform.
how can she say that with the people she hangs around?
That's what I don't even understand. Like, I got.
So I'm
This
pretty
is
sure a majority of the people that she hangs around don't do their research. They just hit go live.
I know. This is
Hun-
so wild to me. It's so great. We got to play it one more time.
And we're not supposed to be true crime. Well, you see, let me tell you something. When you're in the true crime element, you have to do your research. You have to look things up. You have to look into things. You have to dig hard. You have to have a team of people that work with you.
In order to be in true crime, you have to have a team of people to dig with you, huh?
Or dig
Interesting.
for you. Sorry.
And don't fight against you.
Oh,
And that's what we have over here.
they don't fight against you. They go along with all the crazy shit you say. Okay.
Yeah, do not have your own opinion.
Yeah, do not push back. Do not ask questions.
Nope.
Yeah, that's more like it. Because
What?
I don't care what other people's opinions are. There's people that talk and say things in the Summer Wells case, and I know better.
Michelle, I will wait to see the proof of that. Right now, I have no proof that BHB is crime time buzz. I genuinely do not believe that whatsoever. But if it comes out that it's fact down the road, then I will say that as of right now, I do not believe that.
I know some things, but I'm not putting them out there, and I'm not going to attack them for thinking what they're thinking, even if it is or might be wrong.
Thank God she's here.
Right?
No one is being harmed yet.
Oh,
That sounds like a
But I
threat.
will say that
right?
That's
No one's
not allowed.
Huh.
there are channels out there
Huh.
that when you start altering pictures on a video that is the most important footage we have, the very hours before Sebastian comes up missing, and you're going to alter those?
She's not talking about Beetlejuice, is she?
On Facebook all over the place. Is this green hoodie guy? Could this be green hoodie guy? They were throwing people's faces out there. That can cause harm.
Oh.
Oh, she's not talking about Beetlejuice. She's talking about the other one.
Ask questions. I can give my opinion, and I'm being harmful. But the funny part is, my opinion is based off of their words. I'm not taking crap and creating a whole new scenario. I take their words. The mother says I was driving by the front of his school, and if she stopped, the stepfather sits there and halfway coughs, and she changes the whole subject. He what?
She's trying to claim that this is so stupid. It's not, it's unfucking real.
She started it off with, "This is the funny part," so that's why I keep laughing.
She's trying to claim that SF altered photos.
Oh, I thought it was the other person that altered photos.
No, she's trying to claim that SF altered photos. Those photos that he dropped were altered, is what she goes on in this whole fucking thing to imply, is that SF altered photos. And yeah, it's just stupid. Like, it just gets dumber from here, though.
No, Beetlejuice is not BJ.
He what? Because she looked over like she's looking over in the side of her car where he Sebastian would have been.
Oh.
But he wasn't there, was he?
Oh.
What?
Those are her words, her actions.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do with that? Poor little Katie. She was hallucinating, thinking she might have had Sebastian with her in the car.
Oh.
No. That's called being a dumbass if you do something like that.
Really?
She stopped herself several times. He will never answer some questions. He, the stepfather, will skirt around and not answer some questions.
Mm.
And that is what I'm going to talk about.
He, I'm sure, has answered all the questions for law enforcement. That's what matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Tiffany. What kind of human did Mama Sock raise her little baby boy? We. Yep, that's it. We. I don't know who we is in his pocket, but we did a whole lot of things when he wasn't there.
Miss Upper Thigh.
You know, I don't know this family from anywhere other than on these YouTube streets.
Oh,
the
and
news where I
thank
saw
God
them.
she has such strong opinions.
Mm.
But I'm telling you, they're not helping themselves. They're not doing anything to help themselves.
Mm.
They merge over to the swampy side because those people over there want clicks and views. They're going to tell them whatever they want them to, and they're going to eat it up and believe every bit of it. But I have questions.
I do enjoy a nice swim.
I have questions.
Who's the swampy side?
I have the
I don't
hard
know.
questions.
She's got the hard questions.
I'm ready.
He's been seeking, but he will not come up on my panel. He's been asked.
Oh.
He will not come.
I wonder
Oh.
My
why.
questions are the real questions.
Oh. He's afraid of her.
My questions are hard. My questions are big.
Oh.
And I don't want some story of explanation. It would be very simple and easy, yes or no.
Oh.
And that's something he could never do.
Fuck.
If he has to explain away his answers.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, the truth is the truth.
Oh,
You don't have to explain the truth.
Oh.
Right. And she knows the truth even though she doesn't know them at all.
Right.
Mm.
Yep.
That's all we
Makes
can
sense.
do, find Summer's truth, is just pray that someone from that totem pole comes forward. Somebody has to talk. They can be anonymous and call in. But Sebastian.
They can be anonymous and call in, kind of like Crime Time Buzz did earlier. Sure. Very valid.
Needs to be found so that this all can stop.
That's about the only thing I agree with. Sebastian needs to be found. I don't think this is going to stop, though.
All of it needs to stop.
Don't think so.
Let me see if I can do something real quick. I want to show y'all here. Let's see. There we go. Let me pull it up. Let it load. I'm gonna pull something up here for y'all. I'll put it on my community post. But in case you didn't all see it.
Oh, in case you didn't all see this, she's so proud of her vile, foul behavior. She's going to show it again. Buckle up.
Let me share. Here we have Chris Watts, who killed his wife and his 2 daughters, and all he wanted was I just want them to come home.
Oh.
On the top right, we have Jen Soto, Maddie Soto's mother, the woman who allowed her daughter to sleep with her boyfriend in the same bed with her.
Oh.
Or would send them to his bed. I just want her to come home. I want my baby to be okay. Here we have at the bottom, Katie Proudfoot. I just want my baby to be okay. We just want you to come home. Well, not looking good for Katie to be in that group of people.
Oh.
That's all I got to say.
Has anyone else ever said those words together in a sentence? Because I think there's more than just these 3, and I think the majority probably aren't in jail.
Oh, did you say jail?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry. She talks about that coming up soon in Perp Walks.
Really?
Yeah. We'll
For
get
the
there.
crime that hasn't been committed yet?
Yeah. Yeah. We're
Okay.
coming up on that in about 10 minutes. I find it really interesting, though. She had to pick those 3 because, like you said, that's the only 3 that could have said a statement anywhere close to that. But again, she acknowledges that she doesn't know these people whatsoever, but she has hatred towards this family, that's why this title of this video is called Displaced Hatred for a Family with a Missing Child. This level of hatred is so outlandish to me. Like, I don't understand how you can hate another human being this bad to do this to them. Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm going to pop down, by the way, just because I'm falling asleep now.
You're okay. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for allowing me to, even though you knew it could have gone real downhill.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll be back sometime
good night.
soon.
Okay.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Bye, Mal. I love the little pop-up guests lately.
Even Susan Smith begged and cried for her children.
Oh, she didn't snore for
up
us.
until they broke her down and she told the truth. And they
Even Susan Smith. Let me back that up.
her children up until they broke her down and she told the truth. And they had to go pull her baby boys out of the lake, strapped in their car seats in the back of her car that she pushed in the water. So when a mother stops talking 2 months after her child goes missing,
Really?
stops begging and pleading, and if you notice, the news people, whoever it was that was interviewing them, whether it was YouTube, whether it was Nancy Grace or the TV stations or whatever, they had to ask, if you could say something to Sebastian, what would you say? They had to be asked. Never once did they say, we want him home so bad. I can't stand it. I can't sleep. I can't do nothing. But every time they had to be asked, because it wasn't even a thought for them to automatically think, I need to plead for my child. I need to plead for whoever might have seen him, please. And I just pray that baby boy is okay. I am praying hard that they have him someplace put away with a family member or something. And I hope and pray every day that he comes home. And I know they don't want him found because he will talk.
They don't want him found because he will talk.
He will talk. I can't wait for that day. And I encourage Seth to start the process of full custody for Sebastian. Full custody. So he has the rights to that child. Yeah, Tiffany. He did. He did tell Nancy Grace, but boy, she had him whooped into shape. He was very yes, ma'am, and that's exactly what he needed, though. He's not crazy. You're good, girl. You got a life. I get it.
And this is why I did it after dark stream, because this is foul and needs to be pointed out. This isn't opinions, healthy speculation, any of the sort. This is spewing complete unhinged hatred off of rumors and speculation formed on the internet for complete random strangers going through their worst time.
You're all good. I'm just glad you came, though. Thank you. They're not going to pray. They know where he's at. They're not going to look. They know where he's at. That is my opinion.
They know where.
And they are proven to me more and more every day.
Really?
By vacations they take. They have been from one side of the United States to the other side of the United States.
They've been from one side of the United States to the other. Can anybody in the chat include where the proof of this is? Where is the proof of Katie and Chris being from one side of the United States to the other side of the United States? Anybody in the chat? Enlighten me where the proof of this is.
They have been over in several other states.
Oh, have they?
Several other states.
This is true crime. By the way, for anybody that's questioning what community she comes from, she claims that she's true crime. They do their research and they dig deep. They have a whole team of people. You know, in order to be true crime, you have to have a team of people that dig with you. So there's got to be facts behind what she's saying here. I'm positive of, right? True crime, according to her. They research. That's what she claims she does. So where is the fucking proof that Katie and Chris were ever across the United States? in all these states, she claims.
All over the place.
Mm.
If Sebastian was at a place where he could come home, he would have came home to an empty home. But they weren't worried, were they?
Oh.
We're not worried at all.
So what is it? We have Crime Time Buzz out here telling everybody that, you know, people are keeping them under surveillance and all these nefarious things are happening in their neighborhood. And then we have this one saying that they've been traveling across the United States, just road tripping it up. So are they at their home? And then we have Unhinged Julie out here saying that they sold their home the first day, but then showing us pictures of their house months after Sebastian went missing. So which is it? Did they sell their home? Are they taking road trips across? I mean, I'm sorry. This is what? Can you guys pick a lane and land in it?
That says a lot.
This is a crime, right, UA?
So
It's ridiculous.
I hope and pray it won't be long before we can have answers for Sebastian.
Oh,
That Sebastian can be found. He deserves that.
again, probably the only thing I agree with you in this whole stream about is Sebastian deserves to be found. He deserves to be treated with dignity. His case deserves to be treated with dignity. Not like
People say all the time, I don't know if anybody would get custody of Sebastian if he was brought back.
Hmm.
You know what? I just want him to be brought back so he can
Oh.
get some help that he needs. Because to have a mother not love him enough to come find him or to stay home and wait for him,
Oh,
that's going to be a hard process to get over. He's going to need some help. If he is still with us, he will need some help.
she doesn't love her child because out of safety for herself and her family, they were basically, in my opinion, kind of forced out of their home for their own safety. But it's because she doesn't love her child enough. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Again, this is nothing but pure hatred and venom, if you ask me.
Getting past that. But his puppies that he loves so much,
Oh,
they're gone. They were given away so that they could get stepsister.
oh, the dogs have been given away. Those of you, anybody got proof of the dogs being given away? The dogs, Lolly just told us the dogs were given away. Again, they do their research. This is what they do. Are you guys what are you guys talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Body, you don't know what you're talking about. You just research probably more than anybody I've ever seen. Like, I, the research that woman does is just mind blowing and incredible. And she's, legit, but never mind. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Lolly said they gave him away. They had to have given him away. They do their research.
A puppy for her birthday.
Mm.
You see, her mother had already gotten her a puppy just right before she came to spend the summer with her father, but to not be outdone, Daddy and stepmama had a new puppy waiting for her at their house as well.
Yeah. The dogs are still there. Very much still there.
And yet, Sebastian.
I mean, Crabtree was talking about the lizard the other day even. They just don't listen. They hear what they want to hear and run with salacious rumors, if we're being honest.
Deserves to be found. No matter what. Hey, car guy. No, we will never stop looking for Sebastian.
ain't right.
Ever, ever. We are his army.
What are you doing? You act like you were on a Netflix documentary about solving crimes. What are you even talking about? It's not like you were in Don't Fuck with Cats or anything. Like, what are you even talking about?
will stay strong. We will continue. And I pray that God leads the right person to the right place at the right time
Oh.
and opens every door for that child to be found.
Oh.
And when that day comes, we're going back to summer. We're going back to Rogersville. We will not stop till that day is upon us. Because right now, in Summer's case over there in that side of the Tennessee, there's nothing but drama going on. And it's uncalled for.
Remember when she was talking in the earlier portion of this, and I said that she was going to shame Kathy and the festival thing? Well, that's coming up right now.
But that's what it is. And some of the things I say over here are harmful to people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if I'm putting harm on anyone, let me apologize, because that is not my intent.
Oh, pretty
I'm
harmful,
only
maybe.
speaking on the mother's and the father's words, their actions,
Oh,
and the fact that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is missing, almost going on 10 months.
mm.
So we continue to talk. We continue to look. I wished, and I would give anything to be close enough to get out there and look, but I can't.
Mm.
So I can come on here and we can talk about him. There's festivals that happen at my town, neighboring towns. I go to those. I stand at the gate. I have printed out flyers of Sebastian and Summer.
She goes to festivals in her area. She stands at the gate. She's got printed flyers of Sebastian and Summer. That's great. Wonderful.
And I pass them out to every person that crosses that gate.
Okay. Well, be glad you can.
Excuse me, I had to sneeze.
Thank goodness you're doing
But
that.
that's what I can do. Because if anyone is traveling anywhere and at any point, they might come across a little boy or a little girl, who we now know is a young man. But that's all I can do here. So I do it.
Shelby Lynn, she's going to get even worse. Unfortunately, thank you for the support. Yeah, this is why I was like, fuck it. I was live for 5.5 hours already today, but I got the time. I will make the time to point this shit out. This is foul, and no parents should have to endure this. I will continue to say that no parents should ever have to endure this. I don't care if I disliked these. I don't know these people to dislike any of them. Let's be honest. I don't know them. But I know that they deserve better than this. I know Sebastian deserves better than this. And thank you for the support. But I will continue. Again, laws have to change. Something has to change to protect these families from going through this. Victims deserve dignity attached to their names. And this is not that. This is not that at all. I don't know how to help, how to fix things, how to make it right. But shaming these assholes is one thing I can do.
And yet,
Oh, she doesn't want this part shown. She just took it down. She's lucky I didn't screen record it, because she's about to go on to talk about how at the 138-minute mark, she'll probably put it back up as soon as I end. This is, you guys, we are on a fucking roll. 3 for 3. Lolly, Terry Lynn, and BJ. 3 for 3. Look at us go. She goes on to say she can't wait to watch Kathy Bowersox do the perp walk. She can't wait to watch Chris Proudfoot do the perp walk. Because they're embarrassed of their behavior, Sin. They're embarrassed. They should be embarrassed. They should be ashamed of their behavior. Terry Lynn took her stream down when we were reviewing it earlier. Lolly took hers down. They should be ashamed because they know they're lying. They know they're feeding misinformation. They know they are doing nothing but harming these minor missing children's names and dignity for their cases by lying and spewing nothing but vitriolic, hateful rhetoric. We know you're watching, Lolly. You're not blocked over here. Come on in. You want to take a link? I'll give you one. Who are these TikTokers you're talking about? I think you were kind of trying to talk about me a little bit because I'm the one that reviews you. And I didn't come from TikTok. I came from the pits of hell. You guys aren't embarrassing me by taking your streams down. You're embarrassing yourselves. I got the point across about what you are, who you are, over and over again. Yeah, come on in. I'll drop a link for you. I'll wait 5 minutes. Hit that sub up button. I'll give you a link. Hold on, I'll even take it off subs only. So you don't even have to wait. If you want a link, I'll drop you one. Let me go over here. I'll fix that right quick for you. There you go. No, there's no time limit on there. Let's hear you defend yourself. Let's hear you tell us about all these things, like how they got rid of the dogs. Where's the proof of that? I'm also expecting you're going to be able to drop me proof of their travel across the United States, correct? See, the thing is, the difference is here is you will have to be able to back up the proof of what you say with facts, which we know you don't have because we know that they didn't give their dogs away. We also know that they didn't travel across the United States. And I'm pretty sure law enforcement, the investigative agency that's actually involved in this, probably would have known about that if they did. Shelby Lynn, if you're speaking the truth, then why private your stream? Do tell. Yeah, I mean, she's so firm in what she says, right? Give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. Triggerment Mocha, who's that? Wait, Michelle After Dark? Hey, Mike. Mike, we're 2 for 2 today. 2 streams down. Well, actually, I got a few more in that didn't take them down, but we're 2 for 2. This is three streams in the last couple days that we've gotten them to take down in private. BJ the other night, Lolly and Terry Lynn. We're on a roll over here. I guess they just made me realize that I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna start reviewing these more often, I'm gonna have to download before I review. I actually was waiting for her to end, but she was going and going and going. So I decided to go with Crime Time Buzz first and let Lolly end, and then I was going to download it. But oh well, I still got my point across. Michelle After Dark is ooh. Shelly Lynn, thank you for the support, by the way. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. I'm gonna have to go check that stream out. Did she private that one? Nicole, are you still in here? I doubt you're still in here, but I'm wondering, did she private last night's stream where they claimed this? She had a phone in her pocket bullshit. I'm gonna have to go. I love Michelle too. Michelle cracks me up. Michelle has been mocking the shit out of At Night Media and calling them on their shit. Wow, shit. There's another channel. The one that did the really good pre-recorded video, she did another one today. I'll share it on my community tab. I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. It's Lynn. She did another great video today too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's been talking about their satellites and shit. Oh, it's fucking funny. She throws in some shit and she's like, yeah, she's been on it lately. And then Lynn did another video too. And great. Lolly, Breaking Chains. Yes, Breaking Chains. Thank you, Cinda. Yes, great video she did today. Michelle Elbers. She cracks me up. Yes, thank you guys. Breaking Chains. Yep. Yes, she does great videos. I really like her. Really like her a lot. There's some great channels debunking shit, and it's so I'm so thankful. There's just so much right now. The psychics, I've just been on it over and over again. The dowsing rod chick. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that lady up really quick before we end and I finish this cigarette. That shit, I was just like, what the absolute fuck is this? Dolly was bad tonight too. Like, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't bring my phone down here. Duchess, do you have your phone? Are you on your phone? Will you tell me the name of that channel I sent that one? Will you tell me in the comments? Like, it's something. She's. If you'll just tell me the name of that channel, and I'll go grab it. Oh, it might be in my watch later. I have too many channels in here. Yes, thank you. UA, yes, I did. That's some scary shit. That is some scary shit. But I've wondered, like, when they started talking about the area, like, I've never been in that area at all. So I was really shocked when we started seeing pictures of the layout and stuff from over there. I was stunned by that. But that really, I mean, it opens up a lot of possibilities, in my opinion. It's crazy. During the day, that would be easy to fall into. Yeah, such a possibility. Like those, especially at night. That's wild. Are they marked off? Is there any markings around them at all, UA? Opening up from the day before? That's crazy. Yeah, those are scary. The manholes are scary. Yep. Did they ever find that lady in Pennsylvania? I haven't checked on that. This is the one. Sorry. I got her. You put up orange markers. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for spending time out there and doing that. Oh, they found her deceased. Oh. Was she in that sinkhole? Is that where they found her? Was in that sinkhole? Oh, that's too bad. Seriously, that's those sinkholes are scary things, like truly scary. Breaking Chains link, give me 1 second. I don't know if I have a mod that's awake still. I don't know if Duchess is still awake or not. Let me grab that one too. Hold on. I'll play this one. This is Intuitively Irish.
Hey guys, it's Terry with Intuitively Irish. Thank you for your patience. I'm back. I'm a little better, and I appreciate you all sticking with me and waiting so patiently. But today we are going to do Sebastian Rogers again. He's still missing. We need to find this baby. And so we are going to work hard today and try to find him and try to get some information for his family and for searchers and all that good stuff. So I hope you're ready. We're going to do Sebastian Rogers. And hopefully I got a sub saying that there was background noise. So I turned off everything. I think I left my air conditioner on, but I turned everything off. And I did just get a new phone yesterday for my anniversary, which
is that right?
Hopefully everything won't be blurry. Hopefully this is a good phone and everything will look good. And
will somebody check that link and make sure that it's the right one? That's the Breaking Chains video. Thank you, Duchess. Okay. I'm not going to listen to much of this, but I'm going to show you what she comes out with.
And look what else my hubby got me. Hold on. I got a new wedding band, emerald, double diamonds. Isn't it so pretty? I love it so much. Okay, let's get to Sebastian Rogers. I already prayed. I asked God to protect both me and you with his white light of protection.
Thank
I asked
you.
Archangel Michael to take care of and to watch the portals Sorry, my hair is very frizzy and big. Look how big my bun is today. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll have a short haircut. I'm planning on doing that.
Thank you, guys.
But so I prayed for Archangel Michael. He's watching my portals to make sure only good spirits come in. And I already asked for Sebastian Rogers and his guides.
I mean, I don't care what people believe in. I tell you guys all the time, like, I have my own trauma from religion. Yeah, it is what it is, but I don't care. Everybody's beliefs are theirs. But this I find to be so weird because these are like, it's just blasphemy, in my opinion. Like, praying and then using tools of what some would consider the devil. I mean, to me, it seems really odd from what I grew up in, which was not normal as is, but it's just weird.
They need to be here to help him answer questions. So let's get started. I missed y'all. And guess what? We hit over 200. I'm so excited. Thanks, y'all. That makes me so happy. You don't even know. Last night I screamed. I was like, we have 200 subs.
Yeah, she's tiny and we're going to keep it that way.
My husband's like, woo! I'm so excited. That just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I'm like, people really care about watching what I have to say. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, anyways, let's get started. Okay.
Yes, the
There are
co-owners.
spirits here, and if Archangel Michael was here, could you please point to where your energy is at this time? Okay, you're right there. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try not to sniff. I feel okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of pipe right there. If you don't know why, go back and look at a couple videos. I don't remember which video it was. I think it might have been the Sebastian Rogers one. Okay, let's get control. Let me meditate for just a few seconds. Sebastian Rogers. Just calling Sebastian Rogers from Tennessee. We just ask that his spirit guides and come with him and help be with him and protect him and guide him. Thank you. Sebastian, yeah, I'm gonna go over there. Okay. Okay. Sebastian, are you here with us today? Oh, yes. He's always so strong. Are you going to answer your questions by yourself? Yes. Okay.
And this is where it just, yeah, no, sorry, stop.
Okay, this is our third video on Sebastian Rogers. And there are a couple of subs that wanted to ask you a couple questions. Kylie, she wants to know if you are near Old Hickory Lane, near the power station. Are you near Old? Okay, no, he said, oh, where's my pen? Shoot, because I want to write down, shoot, y'all. Oh. Okay, sorry, this is getting off to a good start. Oh, my daughter never comes home this early. Seriously? Is she serious? There's my pen. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So he said no, that he was not near Old Hickory. Hopefully that's not her. Okay. And Kylie also wants to know, are you trapped in deep mud at the construction site near your home? Are you stuck in deep mud at the construction site near your home? Interesting. Okay.
Her rods are a little shaky, unlike the other ones. The other one's got a better grasp on her chopsticks.
Sebastian's guides. Do you know if Sebastian is trapped in deep mud at a construction site near his home? Can you help with that? No. Okay, he said no to that. Let's write this down so we know. Are you...
Tori, I can tell it's late because I just looked up at my fan and went, yeah, it probably does need cleaned. But my camera's not even on, so you're not even looking at my fan.
Okay, and Kylie also wants to know again. Kylie had 3 questions. Kylie wants to know, are you under a dock, in a bag, or a box in Cumberland River? Nope. Confirmation, which is good because I asked if he was in Cumberland River before, which is good. Okay. Kim wants to know, are you in Ford Pond?
Who remembers where the Ford Pond stuff started? So the Ford Pond is the police report that was randomly found that was made in March or made in June about a potential sighting in March in Oregon that was brought out by Crime Time Buzz and is supposedly emailed to her by a random follower named CB. But again, there's Ford Ponds in a lot of places, but that is where Ford's Pond came from. Was supposedly there was this sighting that a police report was made in June on this potential sighting in March, and then randomly it got sent to Crime Time Buzz. Yeah, y'all know that we detailed all that.
Oh, that's a hug. Okay. Oh my God, Kim. Okay. Oh my God, Kim. Okay. Hold on.
I didn't know dowsing rods could take questions from the audience.
Hold on. I just got really bad chills. So, okay. Sebastian, are you in Ford Pond? Are you in Ford Pond? I'm sorry to ask you again. I just need confirmation. Are you in Ford Pond, sweetie? Holy. Okay. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You're still breathing. You're talking.
Kim! Okay. Whew, okay. We have to go on with questions. Melissa wants
Am I clicking in and out?
to know if you're near Williamsburg, Tennessee. No. Regina wants to know if you are cremated, per se. You cremated?
Yeah, she finds this funny.
Yes. That's weird. He did the hug thing again with that.
Yeah, you see where this is going. I don't find anything funny about this whatsoever. This is disgusting. He was listed as cremated on Find a Grave. This video comes out afterwards. This is not fucking funny. This is a missing child. This is disgusting. And she thinks this is amazing. Amazing. Right? They just get worse. I'm telling you, it just gets worse and worse.
Are you cremated? Yes, it says. Okay. Holy crap. Okay. I'm just gonna re-ask a couple questions just to get some I went back and read everything. Did your mother take your life? Yes. Okay, that's confirmation. He did say yes before.
Yeah, I saw that, Shelby Lynn. Thank God they were removed. That needed to be removed. That was fucking. These people are all of these people. That was done in October. No clue. No freaking clue. Yeah, and she just said that. You heard what she just implied, that Katie. Yeah. Laws have to change. You guys, when I say the list of psychics and mediums that have done this to this case and have all said things, bye vibrator, like this, it is unreal. Like this is absolutely, I don't even have the words anymore.
Was your arm broken during all of this? Yes, that's confirmation. He said yes before. He said,
I mean, Nini, I wish there was a way I could have done it without even asking for help and bringing it publicly. Or I wish there was a way to have done that without ever letting it be seen by the parents or them having to get involved. This shit, it should have never been able to be put up there to begin with, let alone that it took power in numbers and mass emails and then the parents having to get involved to even get them removed. This should not be happening to these missing children at all. Like, it's unreal.
yes before. Sorry if I'm not.
I'm
Okay,
so
let's
thankful
just
for
ask
all
this
of
big
you
confirmation.
guys.
Are you in water? Are you in water?
Yeah, thank God for all of you guys that helped and were willing to report it too.
Yes. And every single time it feels like is the correct answer, he does this hug. Holy crap, y'all. Y'all, I'm tripping out.
This week we have had the lady who claimed she was talking to Sebastian. and did the wax melt. We've had multiple dowsing rod sessions. That lady did another dowsing rod, getting her information from Julie. We've got Julie doing parodies. We've got Crime Time Buzz acting like she is having a conversation with somebody that's connected to somebody that goes into the neighborhood. We've got Lolly saying the most vile shit ever about Chris and Katie. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where? Lottie, we've been talking about that. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be the right person to do it. I think there's people that are way more classified and skilled, but I would do anything. We've actually talked about seeing if we could get a booth at CrimeCon and bring awareness. I actually have, well, I'm not going to talk about that right now. I told you guys I was going to make some calls about one of the other mediums here locally to me. I actually have talked to some victims advocacy people though, in trying to search out answers in that one of the victims advocate groups is very interested because they dealt with a high profile case here in Arizona that was recently exploited and has continued to kind of be exploited. So it perked their interest, and I'm hoping that brings something good here locally for me with, helping whatever I can with their mission and stuff, because they are trying to look at laws too. So I actually can talk without cussing sometimes too, but I know it's amazing to think that, but I can. But this is it's unreal.
Okay, so that, yes. I should do
Unreal.
confirm. I should write confirm.
Oh,
Confirm.
Carla.
Are you in water? Confirm. Okay, he said river, but okay, let's just ask him again. Oh my god.
Carla, go to bed.
Oh my god, Kim. Okay, can I please ask, and not that I don't trust you, Sebastian, I completely trust you, but I just want to get confirmation, sweetie, because we want to find you. Sebastian's guides. Is Sebastian in Ford Pond? Hold on, I'm holding him too close. Okay. Is Sebastian's guides, is he in Ford Pond? Oh my gosh. There it goes again. Okay, y'all. Somebody better drain that pond. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
This just makes me sick.
Is Ford Pond, is it near your home? I don't know anything about where it is. Is Ford Pond by your home? Hold on, I gotta move my hands down. Is Ford Pond by your home? Is it close to your home?
What is she doing? We just saw you sway.
Okay.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
I don't even know what else to say.
This is embarrassing. I've had enough. I can't do anymore. Sorry, I can't. I can't do anymore. Nope. Nope. I can't. This is too much. This is too far. This is disgusting. No. Yeah, she's definitely clumsy with her rods. She doesn't have good chopstick skills. Not at all. Yeah, I can't. The fact that she finds this funny, this is a 16-year-old missing child. This is, the other lady at least tries to keep hers balanced and steady. I'm sorry, I can't do anymore. These people have tapped me out today. All right, with that, we hit another 3 hours. We have done 8 hours today, and I have hit my limit of fuckery for all I can take. So now I am going to go to bed. thank you all for having a slumber party with me tonight and watching these vile people. My heart breaks for this family because it just seems like it's amping up again for no fucking reason whatsoever. I can't find my phone either now. And I wish there was something I could do to just stop it instantaneously. I wish for all of you out there searching and trying to help find answers and bring this to an end, thank you for continuing to do what you can for this family. This has got to stop. Thank you all for being a part of this discussion and continuing to help us push back on this stuff. Sooner or later, we will get things to change one way or another. And that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow sometime with part 2 of our deep dive. Have a good night. Get some rest, you guys.